Hey everybody, welcome to the chat. Smash that like button for me, helps me with the algorithm, of course. Thank you for joining me on another Monty After Dark. So, Foodie Beauty is currently in Montreal on her way to her hotel, allegedly to be with a guy that isn't too quite known to her, but she's still gonna see him. So, there you have it. Welcome everybody. Hi there, Allison Wonderland. Lara is okay. How are you doing? Ivana Madden, Kelly L, Leanie Bogue, Nesquick, VJ, Okie Doll, Vanessa McCready, Ami Ami, Just Deb, Tiny Ghost, TP Easter, Desiree Nicole E, LMG, Burgundy Rose, KT, Nesquick Milk, Vanessa, Hippie Easter, Tawanda, Nozama, Blondie, Diane again. Hi there. Nicole E, Sunshine Granny, welcome. Hi there, Gemini. How are you doing? Cake is Corner, Lynn Smith, and everybody else. Hey, the star that fell. What's up? Just IJC, Stephanie C, Nicole E, and everybody else. Lisa P. How are you doing? It is Hump Day Wednesday, 7:35 p.m. right now for me. Hot day, and we have the blackout tomorrow, allegedly, supposedly, where we're not supposed to do any foodie beauty or natter content. But like I've said, usually, typically from I've seen with experience, once money is involved in anything, a lot of people won't necessarily follow the rules. So I'll follow them as long as everybody else is following them. Plus, I could always do um, content, Dragon Lord photo content that I have that I always wanted to do. So maybe there's that. Anyways, on Gorlick Bread's community tab, I guess this is where the blackout started. Somebody asking about not to watch once again Foodie Beauty content, neither El Shami content, to not watch any reaction channel, to not view, comment, or repost anything Foodie Beauty. So we'll once again, or not clip or post anything of their videos. We'll see how that works out. Can we see the cats tomorrow? Sure, Doyle Quickie. We can see the cats tomorrow. All right. If you want to come up, come up. If you don't, that's fine. I'm here. This is a live stream for anybody to come up and view or air out their anything they want to air out when it comes to Foodie Beauty, Nader El Shami, the girl verse, and what else. Hi there, Kelly Wade, Kenny J. Hi there, Stephanie C. I can't say Decatur. Hi there. How are you doing? Thank you so much. Hey, I'm Bigby, Janine T. Welcome. Let me put out the invite link once again. Not really that much happened. Montreal. People think she has ulterior motives and whatnot. I don't blame you. Typically, she does. Hey there, Savitri. Welcome. Hi there, Simona B. So it seems she did a haul. What was in her haul again? She bought another dress that she's wearing. It's same like her black dress with the red flowers for $135. Then she bought a bolero jacket. I wonder how that's gonna fit because it's supposed to. I guess it's some boleros are loose fitting, some are tight. So we shall see. But hers is black. I wonder how much she paid for it. I have no idea, but we'll find out. Does anyone think Nader is meeting her at a hotel? Well, let's do a vote on that since, we are here already. So let's put in for a vote. But before that, let me add Gary and Hipista. Welcome.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
Hi. Hi, hippie. It's been a while. How are you?
How are you, Erie? How are you,
I'm
Monty?
I'm
good, good.
excuse me.
Hey,
Monty, you all right
well,
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
I don't want to kill the host.
No, I'm fine. Okay, maybe I should show a bolero jacket. Yeah, you've seen it if you don't know what it is.
It's a short
there?
little
Little
jacket
jacket.
that looks
Yes.
like
Yeah,
crap on her.
yeah, I
Those
think
are
it's not gonna
mainly
look that great.
done, right, Monty? They're mainly done to emphasize your waist It's also a nice little cover up if you're wearing a summer dress and you don't want to cover up your dress. Typically, the sleeves come in a quarter cap or a three-quarter sleeve style, and they're not going to look good on her. I'm sorry. Her frame is not built for that. She would have been better
Uh,
off getting a kimono style cover up.
right, because she has no waist. There is
Right.
no. She has a waist. I mean,
Yeah, so
and
pretty
I'm not
much.
being mean. I'm not being mean because I know she watches. I don't have a waist either, so do not come after me. But I would never wear that.
Do not come after Hippieista. We love her, but you can come after me because I'm going to be mean. It would not work on you. Your body's hideous.
Yeah, I wonder what it would actually look like. It's not going to accent her well. You're right.
It's not going to look
Judge.
cute on her.
Yeah.
Well, and I think maybe her short arms are going to be a problem with it as well. What do you think, Erie? The short arms, the little.
The arms aren't going to fit her well. Like, honestly, if your
Uh,
arms are too thick in Bolero, anything that's a cap sleeve. Because look, I'm pretty slim, but because I did do ballet and modern jazz for 7 years, I have like a muscular build on my upper arms. So even I don't like cap sleeves because I feel like it emphasizes a little too much and it kind of makes your arms look a little thicker. So I think that cap sleeves look better on women who have very slim arms, but that's my opinion. Um, I think a better option to hide big arms is a three-quarter sleeve.
right. I mean, I have little arms and little legs. I mean, skinny arms and skinny legs. Not short, because I'm 5'7". But I just don't like where a bolero would hit me on the waist, on the my non-existent waist. But that's my problem with a bolero.
It
Hi
emphasizes
guys.
the waist. Hi. It brings the
Hi.
attention to your waist. It really does. And she doesn't have a waist. Like, let's be honest. Foodie, you
No, not
don't have a
at
waist.
all.
And it's just going to
I have Scarlett
emphasize
O'Hara's
that
waist
area.
for her.
Oh my god. Okay. Hi. I'm Lauren. Yeah. Hi. I'm Lauren. I was supposed to be like yeah, I went I went up here like another time, but I kind of messed up the other time. So I'm back now because I have a few words for Chantal because I know Chantal obviously watches these, and I just want to say a few words to her because she needs she needs a reality check.
In a whole bunch of ways.
Go for it.
Yes, okay. Whew. Oh god, okay. I'm so nervous. I'm so
You're
nervous. But
fine. Look, you're with
ooh,
family and
Don't
friends. You're
fight.
good. You're good. You're
Don't
good.
fight, and
ooh.
you sound wonderful.
Thank you. Okay, so Chantal, I know you're watching. I know you're watching because you mentioned Monty the other day. And you mentioned Monty today actually, and I didn't appreciate how you talked to him like that. But also not to mention um you know how she brings up oh my god, you're such a bad mother. But oh my god, your kid should be taken away from you, blah 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 blah, blah. You're such a bad parent. But but she doesn't realize that her cats are basically her children. So I don't know. I don't know. So it's
Wait,
like
who did she say that their kids should be taken away? Because I'm getting pretty tired of Chantal having opinions on children when
no
she
no
has
no
never
no
been
no.
around children.
No, no, these are like I just remember that a whole bunch of people. She just goes at she goes after children. She goes after the parenting and all this
Ah,
stuff.
yeah.
And it's so frustrating to me because you literally have two children in your house, fur babies, but
Yeah.
still fur babies, but they're still they should still be considered your children. But guess what? you neglect them. So it's like you can't talk about anybody being a bad parent. Like you cannot talk about anybody being a bad parent. And not to mention that if she did have a baby, oh my God.
Well,
You
No.
thank
know,
God that I mean, I don't mean to be mean or anything, but I really do think that God knows what He's doing, and He took care of
Yes.
that.
Yes, precisely. I believe that too. I believe someone up there said, you know what? You know what? This woman is not fit. So I'm going to do something. And that's exactly what they did. I believe that. I
you
believe
know, you know something, like here's the thing, Foodie. I really don't care because I've seen you go after parents. I'm a parent myself. I really don't
exactly.
care what your opinions are because here's the fact, the point, the truth. I don't give a crap what the opinions of a woman who can't properly wash and take care of her punani are.
Well,
Yes,
and I just want to be a
And
little more.
that's a fact.
Yeah,
exactly. Aunt. She went, I remember. She went after Yaba and Shannon, and it was this other lady like years ago. I forgot her name, but like she was like, you're like she called CPS or something.
yeah, she
It was
did.
a whole it was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. It
Wasn't
really
it?
Oh,
was.
it was her friend that went on like KW under the name like Manny. See you next Tuesday. What was her name again? I forgot.
I
Hippie start, you're crackling again.
did it started with an M or something. I think I don't remember, but that
With
was
parenting,
yeah, like she
Kathy. It
literally
was Kathy.
yeah, her. Yeah. It was oh my god. It was a whole mess. Oh my god. It was it oh my god. It just infuriates me so much at the fact that she goes after these people so much for being a bad parent. But Miss Girl, look at yourself. You are literally a horrible parent to your children, quote unquote. But you know how you know how people consider what is it? People consider their their animals their babies because it's like yeah, it I don't know. It was it was oh my god, a purse full of money. Hmm.
I did not hear that, but that kind of makes sense because people were saying, "How much money do you have?" And I was wondering why is she saying that.
what the heck? Who said that?
So, people in the chat were saying that, but I guess she has a purse full of money. Okay, foodie, where'd she get the money from?
What an idiot. Who walks around with a purse full of money and announces it?
Exactly. Chantal, only her, only
Who
her.
walks around with the who gives a girl, you could have all the money in the world, all the money in the world ain't gonna fix the crappy human being you are.
Exactly. See, I feel like that's also her problem. That's also her problem. And I feel like um that also plays into the what is that also plays into like the predator thing. Like she thinks that money can buy you money can buy her anything. Like, oh yeah, I'll flash money in your face and you have to give me whatever I want. That's not how it works, Miss Girl. That is not how it works.
She understands that some people like don't measure life and the quality of your life. Like, sure, money is nice, right? But some of us find happiness in other things. Like, for example, either you have a family that you adore and loves you back, and that fulfills you. You have a hobby that's creative, that's a healthy outlet, you know? You have a career that's fulfilling for you. Some people choose not to have children or get married. More power to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's more to life than chasing high school dreams. Chantal, the problem is that you got stuck at high school and you peaked at high school, which is really freaking odd because I don't see how that can be.
Yes.
And now you're trying to scoot through this weird midlife crisis you have
Mhm.
by insulting anyone and everyone around you when you really have no place to insult anyone.
Precisely.
True.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
We got Lisa in the back. Lisa, I'm gonna add you now. Turn off your cam. Hippie Easter, you're a little bit low.
Oh
Is this
goodness.
better?
No, you're
Oh,
super low,
still, yeah.
hippie.
I can imagine. I agree, Skinny Queen.
I agree. I agree. Aren't you supposed to be at the motel with a gigolo or something?
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, I ain't never had to do foodie. I ain't never had to pay with someone to sleep with me.
Mm-hmm.
Never had to do that.
Oh, since she's in the chat, since she's in the I don't know if that is her. Hey, Chantal. I hope you heard that loud and clear. I hope you heard that. I hope you heard that. I'm look. I've been following you since like 2020, and I didn't appreciate you when you called a black woman cold. I did not appreciate that. Especially as a black person, I didn't appreciate that. So I hope the karma that you receive is so just so good.
Oh, that karma, sometimes she takes her time getting to you, but when she gets to you good.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And I
Is this
hope
better?
uh
Am I louder?
No, you're louder, but you're still very, very low.
yeah.
Well, crud, I've done everything.
Hey, Skinny Queen, how are you doing? Hopefully, you're
Hi,
Okay,
okay.
Skinny.
okay,
Hi, Skinny.
I'm gonna beg off, but I want to ask one question if you can hear me, Monty.
Sure.
How did it go this morning?
It went well. Like I said, when somebody is literally threatening you to put false, charges on you, you have to react. You have to be proactive. That is something you do not want to play around with. So it's not a matter of should I do something about it. It's a matter of I need to do something about it. I must do something about it, and I did.
Absolutely. And we
Yes, I
support
agree.
you, and
You
we
did the
love
right thing,
you.
Monty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm gonna beg off now, and I'm gonna listen to you, wonderful people. Love
Love
All
you,
right.
you.
hippie.
Bye, bye, hippie.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. We got Dwight Cookie. Hey, Dwight.
Hi, Dwight.
Hi.
Everyone. Hi.
Can I
Hi.
just say something? One thing. I want to say something. I need to say something.
Mhm.
Foodie, I hope you spend the rest of your life stepping on Legos because the fact that you threatened a black man with filing false charges, shame on
Exactly.
you. Throw yourself in the garbage. You are complete and utter trash. Us POCs have to live our entire life always being threatened. No offense, I love all my white people, but some of y'all are fucking crappy when it comes to dealing with POCs. Because
Yeah.
anytime I've had an
Mhm.
argument with a white person, the first thing they do is, I'm going to call the police on you. I didn't do nothing but tell you to fuck off. What do you think the police is going to say? Don't be mean and don't cuss.
Mm.
Precisely. Bro, yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly because that was a lingering thought in my mind. I'm like, you called you're gonna go to the police on a black man?
It's so dirty what she does to any minority. It's always the same thing. The first thing she did with Natter, I hate Natter. He's trash and he deserves to be in
Go to
prison.
police.
But
Yep.
right, it was, I'm going to go to police. Then she told him to go back to his country, which, me being a Latina woman, even though I was born in New York, I've been told plenty of times to go back to my country, and it's disgusting. I'm like, well, where the fuck do I go? Because I was born in New York. Do I go back to New York, or like, what do you want me to do?
Exactly.
As a
Precisely.
white person on the panel, I'm not going to school anyone. I understand why this is an issue for you guys. Can you explain it for the people that don't understand why? It's not
I'll
always
explain it.
experience.
I'll jump in. Hello,
Encountering
everybody.
the police as a person of color.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
Andrea.
I
It's been a
ready.
minute,
Hey
hun. How
guys.
are you?
Hi Doa Cookie. Hi Erie. And two other friends. Hey Monty. How are you guys?
I'm
You
good. I
know,
Hey.
missed your voice.
I've missed you guys. I really had to back off because I was just um feeling all kinds of ways about Natter and the stuff that's going on. And this just seems like the appropriate moment to try to express myself. So I feel like I can do it without being extra loud and angry. So
Oh.
I'm gonna do my best to explain to people
Mm.
why Chantal is a disgusting human being and why her threat towards a black man that she's never met in person, um, to go to the police and be a liar, the liar that she is. Historically, especially in the United States, there is just a a, a history of white women making false claims to law enforcement, and the consequences are usually very fatal for that black man. So, and it does not matter that she was kidding. It doesn't matter. What matters is she opened her mouth and made the threat and the statement. She made the statement. And there's a white woman that's alive today. The woman that falsely accused MTL is still living. And he was a child when he was lynched because she lied and said that he made some kind of sexual advance towards her.
Yep.
So she doesn't get to say, "Oh, I was just kidding." Well, bitch, it's not funny. You're a liar. That's how you live your life. You pathologically lie. You lie to yourself. You lie to your supporters. You lie on a daily basis. You put filters on so you don't really have to see how you look. How you don't want to show people what you really look like. You put all of these fake pictures on the internet so you can lie to people about your appearance. You don't live in any kind of a truth. You lie
Exactly.
so blatantly about everything. And then, yeah, Susan Smith. Oh yes, Mama Scrunch. Oh yes. And everybody knew that was a lie because we were like, oh, he took 3 of your kids. No, he didn't. That black man did not take 3 of your kids. No, he didn't. But we all knew that was a lie. So it's just a history of that. And then for, like Erie Pepperoni was saying, the immediate weapon of the angry white woman is to call the police because of the history. And it's
Exactly.
really a point of
Precisely.
contention. It's really a point of contention because you have an educated black man. You have a black man that has not made any physical threats towards her. He's spoken about her with facts and only using the content that she's put out into the world. He's not sitting on Twitter like Negs is, making fun of her, starting
Yeah.
death pools. When she can do that, I'm off.
Yeah.
What? At this point,
Right.
Chantal is such trash to me. Go
Yes.
for it. When is she gonna? When is she gonna kill over it? I take bets at this point because she's such a piece of shit, man. She's
She
such a
Yep.
piece of shit. And the whole thing that gets me about Chantal is like people that want to defend her. Like, this person is not a person worthy of being nice to. Her comments about victims of 9/11, her comments about those children that died in that school shooting with her finger guns.
Yes.
I don't see why I don't see why anybody feels like, any American anyway, feels like that Chantal is owed any kind of nicety, unless she is just your circus clown. And then go for it. If you want to troll her, fine. But don't sit up here and tell me that we need to respect her and give her any kind of respect. I'm not going to do it. And
Same.
she can sit there
I
with
don't.
her
Mm-mm.
enlarged heart and lies and her diseased cats and the way they let Timbit die. No, she's a piece of garbage. She's a piece of
Exactly.
garbage. And then I want to further say that her fake rage about Monty, that she says warranted her calling him a piece of trash, is absolute lies. The only thing that people were saying to Chantal about those videos was to stop censoring. Yes, I said angry white woman because that is what we call a Karen in the zeitgeist. So if you have a offense about that, you can call me an angry black woman because that is also a stereotype that people use. So I'm not trying to offend any of my white people. It was just how we describe the Karen. So,
Yes.
but if I offended you, I'm not going to take it back, but my intention was not to offend you. But I'm just going off of the collection of the hundreds of people that fit this category that have called the police or threatened to call the police on Black people, and they've been white, and they've been lies. So that's how we say it. So, you know, it's the truth. We have it on video, so we can't say these things don't happen. But the other thing I wanted to say was Monty was only saying that she was making that video that Sam's Bar Lounge dropped. The only thing that he said to her is like, Chantal, this is not about you. You're not in this. Stop making it about you. Stop making it about you. You know?
Right. And can I point out, can I
Yeah,
add
go
to
ahead.
this, Andrea? Because
Yes.
not only does she become extremely racist and xenophobic when she's dealing with a POC, but we've also seen the other side. She's extremely classist because she thinks that everyone in the United States is either a poor POC or a white trash white person. Do not come
Yes.
to the United States, Miss Chantal.
Oh,
We
girl.
don't want you here.
We do not want you here.
Exactly.
And you want to talk about these women that are on the panel, they're old and they're British, and you keep talking about people that are older than you like it's some kind
I'm
of
not
issue.
British. I'm Australian.
She's
Idiot.
Australian.
I'm from the colonies.
She's gonna have trouble finding Australia on a map. That's how
Yes,
stupid
she is.
is.
Even though
But-
she has a map behind
guys.
her on the couch.
We don't exist. We're not real. We're a fabrication.
You know, and I'm just, you know, and you know, that's why I like Mama Scrunch. Because Mama Scrunch is the kind of white friend that you need to have in your life. And I want to tell y'all something about Mama Scrunch. Okay. Because I was like, what kind of woman birthed Dragon Lord Frodo? What is going? I need to listen to this woman. But you could tell by the way she spoke that this was a woman. She was a nurse, and she was in that New York vibe of ethnicities and stuff. But you could tell she cared about people and she cared about her job. And she's the kind of person that can talk about ethnicity and talk about other people, but she has related to those people as humans. And that is the kind of genuineness and authenticity you want to look for when you are able to talk about ethnicities and not come off as a xenophobic piece of crap like Chantal does. But Chantal doesn't care about people.
Exactly.
She doesn't care
Yes,
about,
exactly. Precisely.
she doesn't care about people as people. She only cares about people in regards to what they can do for her. But Mama Scrunch is a nurse. Nurses care for people all day long. You know, it's a service job. So you cannot, you know, expect Chantal to have, because she hasn't grown beyond the point of a. I mean, okay, her story about the 40-year-old man. Okay, can we just take it back to that?
Yes.
Her story about the 40-year-old man talking about, a 20-year-old. You know, yes, Mama Scrunch is a community mama. Her whole, and this is how I knew it was a lie, because no 40-year-old man, no 40-year-old architect is going to be in a race or a competition with a 20-year-old. If he's 40 years old and he's looking to date you, he's not going to sit there and listen to you talk about the 20 other guys that you've been running through on your Tinder profile. That's how you know Chantal has had no experience whatsoever. It's all lies. She's in Montreal because she wants to be with Natter. That's it. That is it. That's the only reason why she's in Montreal. If there is a 40-year-old man that is sitting there listening to her talk about her 20-year-old escapades and I'm 40, I can make love to you. That's some stuff she read out of a book, or she read it on a blog, or she read it somewhere on the internet.
Definitely.
No man is saying that to her.
Definitely.
But we all clocked the lie, right? Didn't we all clock the lie?
Totally agree about that. No 40-year-old.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
no
girl.
40-year-old established career-oriented man is gonna want to hear about her escapades.
Thank you.
Men do not want to hear about other men, Chantal.
It is
It's disgusting. It's not classy. It's not ladylike. You know,
what does she have to bring to the table, sweetie? Like, what does she have to bring to the table?
Nothing.
What do you have to bring to the table, Chantal?
Imagine a 40-year-old
Ill-fitting
man.
clothes, a 2X, my ass. Okay, at my heaviest, I was 250 and I was
2X
a
girl.
2X.
2X girl.
Oh goodness.
Okay, and no way is she a 2X. I'm sorry. Mm-mm.
Oh God, the delusion.
Mm-mm. Those her shoulders are squeezed into that dress like a
Sleeves cutting
sausage
off the
Yes.
casing.
circulation.
Like what?
And then she has to drive to him. I'm like, you are 40. You are an architect. You will be sending a car for me. I'm not driving to you, putting miles on my vehicle, spending my gas money. You will send a car for me, and you will meet me to wherever that car stops.
Yeah.
She's stupid, but she thinks we're stupid.
Can I just say something regarding
Go
her
for it.
talking about Monty? Okay, so I'm going to take it from my perspective because, yes, I'm clearly, obviously, a Caucasian lady. I take it from the perspective that he is a gentleman, a man, and men get accused of things all the time. Now, she said this off the cuff. I'm just going to make up some lies and maybe I'll report that to the police. Now, Monty is an established person. He's an educated person, and I'm pretty sure he has to have background checks, and he is on social media. So she may not think this is going to hurt, but maybe down the track in a couple of years, this rumor out of context, this statement out of context may come back and haunt him unfairly. That's where I have a problem.
Precisely.
She is besmirching his reputation because she feels slighted, and that's fucked up. Kiss my fat, rumpy ass, you fucking bitch.
Kiss it,
you
girl.
do not do that to people.
You do not do that.
She
has no
future. It's uncool, and you're a fucking mole. That's all I have to say about that.
Can we also point out the fact that...
Sorry, Monty. Not sorry, but sorry. For the swears.
I agree with you,
Rose. Thank you, Dwight. Rose Thorne says, Foodie, if you want men to worship you first, you have to be a woman worth worshiping. You aren't exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
Precisely.
Can we put into perspective this? I want to go back a little bit too. First, we had Natter doing the monkey banana thing against Monty. Utterly disgusting.
Yes.
Then we had Chantal
which she defended.
She defended it. Yes.
She excused it. And now we have her literally saying, I'm going to press false charges on him.
Because she's racist and we've been new. She fetishizes men of color.
Otherwise. You cannot convince me otherwise.
And here's the thing.
Proof is in the pudding.
And here's the thing. You know why she called Monty trash? Is because she truly feels like she's better than any black person. And what Monty should have done was fed into her bullshit. But she thinks men are like Pete's, or she thinks Monty's like Pete's at least. And what he was supposed to do was feed into her delusion when all he told her was, that video was not about you and you're making it about you. You need to stop doing that. And he didn't say it rude. He didn't say it mean. I listened to the video. It was a recorded video. And I was like, yeah, he's using his gentle voice, his little gentle voice that he has when he's not going off on people. I mean, and it was facts. But FFG told her the same thing. So this is not something that, you know, he just came up with. Everybody in the community is like, Chantal, this is not about you. Calm down. Okay. And she went off on Monty because she really wants somebody to behold her beauty and kiss her ass. Just like when she struck his channel and was in his DMs talking about, hey, who does your thumbnails? She actually thinks she plays, that's some teenage shit. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Back and bottom line.
Totally. Yes,
it's the actions of a teenage girl that feels like she's pretty enough to play those games. That's the level of delusion. She feels like if she can provide, whoever she provides with attention will be hooked and won't stand up for themselves.
Yeah, Andrea, I think she has a thing for you, Monty. I'm just gonna say it. I think she has a crush on you.
Oh,
and what she doesn't understand, Monty, correct me if I'm wrong, Monty, and please do correct me. But you strike me as the type of person that more so than anything, the woman partner that you're with has to be able to hold in somewhat intellectual conversation, right?
Yeah, exactly. They have to.
I don't think you're his type by any means, Chantal. So move the fuck on, pack it up, and
Far.
go somewhere else.
far from his type. Like, bro.
She don't wash her hands. That disqualifies her immediately. Never mind the intellect.
Exactly. Ew.
Okay. she's not bathing normally. She's not cleaning her house. She's not doing basic things. I don't even think the woman. So in my opinion, the type of guys that I know that are just generally brilliant people, you know, their spouses, they don't usually have the same education, but they vibe well. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do
You gotta
basics.
have to have a conversation with your partner. And what conversation are
Exactly.
you gonna
Yes.
have with Chantal?
Chantal,
Did you
and
wash your ass today?
did you Natter? Did you take a shower? Did you take a shower? Rat face. You know, I'm just like, your spouse. I mean, and okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that is so disgusting. And Doe Cookie said it. Chantal has no future, right? She has no future.
She doesn't.
Monty could shut down his channel on Chantal and move on to do something else, and he'll still have people that are interested in listening to, you know, what he has to talk about, or he's going to make another space where people can come and chit chat, you know, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, what I find interesting is that Chantal spun this story. She calls Monty trash, right? She calls him trash. And then she goes on to say, like, this is all about, she looks at the camera, this is all about me. It's not my story. It is my story. It's like, what happened between Natter and Dee has nothing to do with you. That's all he said. But it's her story, y'all. It's her story because
she's the main character.
She wants to disassociate herself from putting Natter online. But then when stuff is released about him that has nothing to do with her,
yeah, she's mad about her story. That, Andrea.
See, so, you know, anyway.
It is your fault, Foodie. I'm going to say it. Suck it up. It's your fault. He's the reason that he has a platform. He's the reason. You're the reason he has a platform, and he's out there being predatorial towards other women. Congratulations, you piece of crap. It wasn't enough with you. Now we got to deal with your leftovers.
Yeah, she definitely created the monster. She definitely, you know, I mean, let me just breathe for a second.
No, bro, I understand.
Man. She's a piece of crap.
I understand, bro. Oh my God. I like, when I first came on panel, like, you know, a few minutes ago, I was like, ooh, like my hands were shaking. I just wanted to just like,
But see, and the thing about her, people saying, oh, she was just kidding. We all thought she was just kidding about the police thing with Natter. We were like, she didn't go file any charges. She did not do that. She did it. Well, and her flippancy and going to the police station. Well, if he's going to the police station, I'm going to the police station. There was no talk of her going to the police station or any kind of seeking justice. She was not seeking justice as of 3 weeks ago when she was trying to lure him back to the hotel. So, you know, everybody should not be subject. The sociopaths really believe that they have the right to punish people when people do not satisfy their whims and their wants. That is the thinking of a crazy ass person. And I don't know if I'm qualified to say that's how sociopaths are, but you crazy as shit, I can qualify to say that. People are not here to satisfy your whims and your wants. And so when someone says things about you that you do not like, saying that you're going to do things to them in retaliation that can potentially harm their future and their lives is absolutely disgusting. And you don't deserve anything but the vitriol and the hate that you have coming your way.
Precisely.
Exactly.
Wholeheartedly agree with you.
I'm gonna like
it's
drop
because
down
she's an
for...
Aries, guys. It's because she's an Aries. She can't help it.
She can't.
Spiteful. It's her star sign. It's her moon rising.
Look, I you can kiss my ass with that Aries crap. No offense to the other Aries in the world, but you're dealing with a fucking Leo here. So kiss my royal ass.
Kiss my royal ass too.
Hey y'all.
Aquarius over here.
To like grab a bite to eat, Monty. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, Erie. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll be listening. Bye.
I'm an Aries, but I'm a cool Aries, okay? I'm
Oh
the
yeah.
authentic Aries here.
Oh
Chantel's the fake one.
I'm a Capricorn. I'll admin your ass to death.
I would just start, if I was an Aries, I would start claiming another sign, like whatever sign I'm next to.
yeah.
Well, remember, like she lies about everything else, she's lying on us Aries. Okay, we're really
And if
genuine,
I hear the word
Yeah.
cool.
karma one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. Karma. Oh my god, I can't hear it anymore. That's your karma. That's
She
your
doesn't even.
karma.
So do you guys think?
Karma's
Okay,
not punctual.
I'm sorry.
Karma is not punitive. It pops up when it's supposed to pop up. It could be 50 years down the road, but it's going to come back and bite you. She doesn't even understand how karma works. Does she just say it to say it?
Not
Does she not
everything
know?
bad that happens. I mean, bad things happen to good people too, Chantel.
Mm.
That's
It's not
right.
always because of what they did
Sometimes
or
it's not
didn't
even
do.
karma.
That's
Sometimes
right.
it's a life lesson. Sometimes you go down low because there's something down there you need to find. It's not always karma. And karma isn't always on time. So she can just shut up with that shit.
Well, I would think her whole body is karma. That's what I would be thinking. That enlarged heart,
Yes.
that
Yeah,
liver
to be
girl.
wobbling around in pain. That's karma.
I wouldn't even open my mouth to anybody about karma. I wouldn't. If I were her, I would be so careful about what I did to people, because she is on like a precipice. Like, it just takes, if she has one bad fall could kill her. She has no
But it's
idea.
not even to live so you don't get bad karma. It's to live to be happy and to feel good and to have good experiences and have good relationships. It's not to live well just so you don't build up a bad bank balance of karma. That's like,
Yeah, you're supposed to
that's
enjoy
not even
life.
the reason we do it. We do it to be good people.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree with you.
Be good, do good.
Yes.
And it's a life is such a gift, but what I'm interested in, because people are talking about it in the chat, you guys know about do you guys know about a blackout?
Mm-hmm. Only just because Monty mentioned it before.
Yes, can someone explain that? I didn't quite understand what the whole blackout is about.
So somebody said in the chat to not consume any Nader or Chantal content.
Yeah, Gorlick Bread had it up on his community tab about what the blackout is about. So let me load that. Give me a second. And I'll put it up so that everybody can see. Give me one moment to do this.
Well,
So
I
it's
know she's going to see Nader today. Oh, sorry, Monty.
It's okay. It's all good. I guess it was from Twitter, Afro Senchik Rose on Twitter. So let me try and pull it up. Go ahead while I do this in the background.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, I know she's going. So apparently, Dee Dee's mother, and we don't bring mothers into this. We're hoping that Dee Dee's mother is doing as well as she can do. So apparently, she's in the hospital for a procedure, and Dee Dee's going to be with her mom. So I know for a fact that Chantal is doing what she do, and she's got a hotel so she can go see Nader.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
If
To
I
be
don't see
honest
Nader
with
at
you.
the hospital with Dee Dee, like doing a live stream or something, they're together. I just
I
don't.
agree. I feel like it's a high possibility that they are together.
But
and if they're not, she's trying to bribe him to come with her.
And she's trying to spin this story that she's meeting a man at a hotel for a date. Can you guys believe that?
Yeah. No, wait, no. I mean, no, but bro, yes, I believe that as well, because perfect timing, because Dee Dee is away from the house and Natter's alone, presumably. So it's like, oh, let me oh my god, let me go get him. Like like yeah. Oh god.
I kind of don't want the blackout to be for tomorrow, because she's gonna do something or post something that's gonna give her away. Just like she admitted to every other time she met him in a hotel. This is the same situation. So I don't know why she spun that whole story about meeting some man. Oh, he changed the hotel because the hotel wasn't right. I was like, excuse me. On the same day he dropped so basically I don't know how it is in Canada, but if you cancel a hotel on the same day of the check-in, like first of all, you going to inspect a room well before check-in and all this, that, and the third. Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it don't make no sense whatsoever.
That does not happen. Like she thinks she's the only, like people, ma'am, we have traveled, we have been to places, we have checked into hotels. You don't get to go in and inspect a hotel room and then say it's not right, I'm not going to pay for it the day of. You drop money for that cancellation. Okay, so you can't convince me that he was able to go in and inspect a hotel room and just declare it was not to his liking. That didn't happen. That did not happen, because that doesn't happen. They have to get the previous guest out of that room and prepare that room for you to come.
But it's just weird. It's just a weird thing to say. Oh, he checked it out, but we're not going there now because he didn't like it. Like, what? It's going to be there for 4 hours. It makes no sense.
That's how children lie, though. They lie from an ignorant ass perspective. It's just so ignorant. I'm like, Chantal, did you even think about that?
No,
Why?
She doesn't think. She doesn't think at all. Oh God.
His roommates, i.e. his wife and kids.
But if he didn't make a reservation, what would he need to? What's there to change? What is there to change if he didn't make a reservation? So
who goes to a hotel room on the first date with someone that you're trapped into a room and you don't know their character?
Exactly.
It's like danger, 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 red flag, unsafe.
Because he doesn't exist.
Or she wants to make it seem like she's living such a wonderful life, but when women have died this way.
Yeah, you do not travel 2 hours out of your comfort zone and your known area to go see a guy in a hotel room. It's like red flag after red flag after red flag.
Yeah, definitely.
And the sick part about this is, let's consider that it is true that she is going to meet a man in a hotel room. She has no friends. The only person she knows, she has berated and beguiled online, and if she can't even call him because he doesn't drive. So she has nobody she can call for help. So even if it is true, even if it is something that's actually going to happen, it is so stupid and irresponsible of her to look into a camera and announce this. I hope younger viewers don't think that this is something good, because she's trying to pass it off like she's so happy, and I'm like, ma'am,
no. First rule of meeting a stranger is you meet them in public.
Yep.
So I think it's all for natter. It's all for natter. It has to be.
That is so gross that she's still willing to be with this man.
I know,
man in, I don't know, in invertebrate, whatever you want to call him, scum.
Amoeba.
I believe they've been talking all along, and
I do too.
They're just saying, let's talk crap about each other so that people don't believe we're together. And
I agree.
Yeah, so people are unsuspecting. You think we were born yesterday? Like,
right. That's why that whole story about the hotel changing and all this other stuff. The 40-year-old looking at her saying, I can make love to you. I'm a 40-year-old. I'm not 20. And I'm like, no man said that. No man said that. It's just not.
Agree with you, Chris God.
And if he did, ew.
Yes.
Ew.
Right.
Red flag.
Yeah, so for those who are just coming in, I guess I'll explain the blackout. It's no Foodie Beauty or Natter content should be commented on or reacted to. No comments on reaction channels talking about Foodie Beauty or Natter. No clipping or anything of the sorts is what is wanted.
for tomorrow?
Yeah, for tomorrow, the 28th. But then again, like I've said, when money is involved, people typically don't play fair, or, people break the rules. So we shall see what happens. And if you don't know what we're talking about, that she's seen Natter, well, Didi's mom had surgery today, so Didi should be at the hospital right now. So that means, is Nader with her? Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. And if he isn't, it gives Foodie Beauty the time to have Nader, to herself. So
Honestly, out of curiosity, especially tomorrow, it's just going to drive more people to her and his channel if the reaction channels don't do anything. Because we know that she's meeting somebody. A lot of people suspect it may be Nader. And if the reaction channels don't cover it, it's just giving more money in her pocket, in my opinion.
As long as one of the archive channels grabs it, as long as the reaction channels grab it, I mean, doing it a day later is not such a, because Popey does that. He's always a day later. And he has plenty of people in his chats. Monty does the same thing. Yaba does the same thing. Because we really come
Charlie
for the
does it
reaction
days
channel.
later as well. So does Charlie. She does it days later.
Oh, yeah. She does. Yeah.
And she gets heaps of people.
Yeah. So
I just hope, I mean, but that, like Monty said, if everybody agrees to it, because, there's always like that in the back of my mind, well, I'm just going to check it out because I'm curious. Well, now all of a sudden you got 2,500 people, in her chat again, and I hope that's not the case. I can
I'll
abide
be
by
binging
it.
panda videos and cat videos and funny wet dog videos tomorrow. That's what I'll be binging on. Panda videos.
I mean, to be honest, I don't give her views. I'm never going to give her a view. I'm never going to give him a view. And if my favorite reactors don't come on with, I mean, because to be quite honest, I just show up for the people. Like, I know Puppy's going to be on with whatever shenanigans she's done today. He's going to be on tomorrow, and I can make my coffee and listen to Puppy. Monty might come on later. I listen to him on the train. That's just what I do. And then Yaba will come on after that. So for me, it's really not her, but I know that there are going to be some people so curious, just to see the tomfoolery. Because we all have these, especially if SBL drops another video. That's gonna be the thing.
But it's also
the
predictable.
catalyst.
She's gonna come on with all the same crap that she always does. He's amazing. It was so huge. What a perfect lover. Oh, he's so kind and sweet to me. I really like this one. Oh my God. That's all it's gonna be. It's just gonna be the same thing.
I'm not gonna watch. It is gonna be the same thing. It's just gonna be a bunch of lies.
So we're not missing anything.
Did somebody say her date is ending in 35 minutes? Her hour is up. Did she pay already?
Yeah, it was a 9 p.m. thing.
Oh,
yeah,
so she's got to go pick up Nader.
Yeah, it was something about the guy only has until like 9 p.m.
Well, I know that Yaba plans on streaming tomorrow morning, so they already said that.
Yeah, Yaba goes by the beat of her own drum. She's just gonna do what she do. Man. But I don't think that I'm sorry, but the people that go to their channels and support them, that's what they're gonna do. I don't know how anybody supports Nader. I don't know how, but there's a certain demographic of folks that want to, and they're gonna do that. So it doesn't matter. It's just not gonna matter. It's like making gun laws. Gun laws only are for people that abide by laws. The people that break laws do not care how many laws you pass. So if they're gonna go to that channel, they're gonna go to that channel. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but if y'all don't come on, I'll catch you the day after. So that's what I'm gonna do. I can't watch him. He's a child predator. He hits women. He hurts people. He's a actual criminal. So
he's a dummy. He's a dummy. He never says anything funny, witty, intellectual, informative, interesting, nothing. Besides all of the shit. He is not even an interesting person.
No.
He's not entertaining in any way, shape, or form.
I agree with you.
He just repeats himself over and over again with his guarding, menacing black eyes. Like, what?
Like, you.
And he's always talking about himself, and it's like nothing he says nothing is thought-provoking. Nothing is interesting to spark conversation. And even Didi, who, I'm just waiting for her to share something. She goes, That's all she can say. Because
Didi has probably lived a life, and we still don't know much about her.
Right?
Because he
He's
doesn't
Right?
let her
Youngest,
been to
but
talk.
27. He
He
reckons
straight
he's
out
been to
told her to make her
27
own
different countries
channel.
and not a single story about his travels. And he's been to
Not a
27
one.
different ports,
Not a
apparently.
one.
Hmm. You
And he
know,
hasn't got any interesting stories.
I
mhm.
have,
Suspicious.
I have something to say about that. I suspect, uh, he was the way he is right now is because he had to travel, in that ship or whatever, how long he did that with grown men. He said he was just 17. He was a child, okay? Um, and he was probably under like a lot of, like predatory men who just want to dominate you. Maybe not like SA or anything, but you know how, um what do you say, like that male bravado that like they have in like ships and the army and stuff like that.
He was taught how to be a misogynist.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know though, because people have said his brother is just as bad as he is. So,
Ugh.
like, as far as like behavior, like DV and things like that, I don't want to.
Which
I'm saying
one?
allegedly. I
Which
don't know
one?
which one. Somebody brought that up
Is the Hamo?
yesterday. I don't know. Somebody just
Mm.
brought it up yesterday. I don't know if it's true. It could be
I remember
hearsay.
that. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I
somebody
remember
brought
that.
up yesterday that his brother is just as bad as he is. And so I think maybe, it happened from a young age of learning
Well,
behaviors at home, possibly, allegedly.
I don't care where he learned it from.
Mm.
I don't care.
Savitri asks, how does people know? Well, you'd be surprised that people are also contacting his brothers. I'm sure his brothers have a
Mm.
couple ladies from the girl verse contacting him and maybe sending them pictures as well.
Oh my
Don't put it past a
god.
lot of people to do this. If they're doing it to Nader El Shami, sending him pictures
That's
and videos,
so
they're
sick.
also doing it to Hamo and
So
his
he's
other brothers. So
so he's passing along his subscribers to his brothers.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. And I see the chat says it's no excuse. No, it's never any
No,
excuse.
no, it's not an
We're not
Right.
excusing anything that he does. I guess we're just talking about why he may be the way he is,
Yes.
The
but there is
exposure to it,
never
where it
any.
comes
Crack,
from, and how he took
crack.
it in, and how he's flipped it around in his brain and taken it on. Somebody else takes that same information and experience, flips it, and their moral compass points them in a different way. It's not the experience that's the problem. It's his moral internal compass has put him in the wrong direction. It's him. It's his internal drive
It's
that's
yes.
taken it and said, yes, this is what I
Because you
think
could
is
choose
right.
not to be like the
Yeah.
person who's, like trying to mentor you, or let's say like trying to dominate you, like you can choose not to be that person.
Yes.
Not
Well,
all
you would
abused
think after
people
landing in
turn out to
jail.
be abusers themselves. So,
And I know
wow.
there's a lot of us that have been through various abuses here, and we don't carry on. And I'm speaking for myself. I don't carry on those same behaviors to other people. In fact, I
Same.
try harder to treat people better if I can. And I think that's why, for the longest time, I do absolutely always try to like find the good in people and give people benefits of doubts. But unfortunately, I gave it to Chantel too long. That was a mistake of mine.
Oh, same here, Skinny Queen. I've given her so many chances over the years, and after this whole thing started with Nader, I'm just like, no, I can't. I can't support you. I can't. I don't understand how you turned out so bad. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. No, what mind boggles me is the fact that these women, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Is it desperation, or like there's so many women that are like, Nader. It's like
Right?
there's nothing
Oh,
there's nothing
bomb.
interesting about
It's
him
like they've
I don't
never
see
seen a
it.
man before. Like there are other men
Exactly.
and better looking and better behaving and better acting.
Girl.
Do you not have men where you are?
And I'm sorry. Okay, here's the thing. Okay. Yeah, you know, people talk about alpha men or whatever, and that's a label. Alpha is really not it's a term that was used for I think wolves and dogs.
Which is now being debunked.
Yeah.
It's debunked because it's not real. The oldest wolf is the leader. That's it. Okay. They're a very social animal. And so what we've labeled as an alpha male is the male that I guess has his shit together or he's fit or whatever. I don't know what society is, you know, going for when they use the term alpha male. But in my opinion, you know, whatever Natter's definition of a man is, it's really distorted because he puts all this emphasis on behavior and himself and how he is and all this stuff, but he doesn't have a damn thing. And what I notice is, right? So what I notice is like a lot of men that say, I'm an alpha, I'm this, I'm that. Like they have at least physical possessions, right? Am I wrong?
Well,
am I wrong about this?
Well,
where does the bravado come from? Where does the bravado
a real
come
man
from?
doesn't have to say he's a real man.
An alpha male doesn't need to declare himself an alpha male. It's in how he carries himself, how he treats people.
One of my favorite sayings in life is, and I said it in my very first response video to Chantal, is a lion doesn't have to tell the jungle it's a lion. It just is. Everyone knows it's a lion.
Amen.
You don't have to tell the world. If you're a secure, good, honest man that deserves respect because of the way you carry yourself, it just floats off you like a scent. People pick up on it. You don't have to beat them over the head to tell them how awesome you are. People can see it straight off.
Exactly. Precisely.
And what? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with all of you because his behavior reminds me of one of those alpha men because oh jeez. Jesus. He sees women as objects and he sees himself as like, oh my God, I'm such a big man. Oh my God, I can beat any man up. When in reality,
yeah, he's a wet noodle.
Is it like, and it's like you what like I'm sorry, I don't want to body shame, but when he says stuff like that, I'm like, dude, have you seen yourself? Are you using the Chantal filters? Talking about he could take people out in 2 minutes. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, all 160 pounds of him.
The delusion.
Oh, the story about how he beat the guy up in jail.
My
beat up. And I'm like, bro,
that cracked me
that
up.
Never happened. That never happened.
Which is why all of his victims are
women.
Yes.
But exactly. You know, I believe he probably witnessed some violence. He probably witnessed some you know, horrible things, probably. But people that resort to violence and resort to you know, hitting their partners are just damaged people, and they lie.
Yes.
Because you have to justify that disgusting behavior with how that person made you do it and all that other bullshit. And I'm just confused as to how does he define himself to be such a grandiose figure when he is literally homeless. And that has, I mean, okay, and maybe this is a psychological, like, defunct thing, but is it true that most men will self-actualize based on their accomplishments? In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, most men will say that they've reached self-actualization when they obtain some level of success. Has anybody else heard that? Am I making sense? Some level of financial success or career, but he
does think that he is successful because he has 2 apartments or whatever in Egypt worth
Girl.
$2 million.
Mm.
So he does think that he's actually self-actualized and accomplished.
Just the delusion, though.
Yes.
I was like, how
I
and
don't
where
know.
and when?
And then when
I'm
he compares
thinking,
himself to white men and them not being men, like in prison,
Oh, has he said
like
that?
that's not prison
What?
with white
Has he
people,
said?
with
But
white
excuse,
men. Yeah, he
what?
said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Aryan Nation would like to have a word with you. Don't let the white men in jail talk.
Yeah.
No,
He's like,
don't let
that's a
those
white
white men.
prison.
Don't let the
They give
white.
you a place to sleep. They feed you. That's
Their
not
family.
prison.
Look, if you guys watch a prison documentary, it's very interesting, and they are like a family. I mean, they have some pretty messed up views, but for him to say that lets me know he never he never ran into them. He wouldn't be here.
mhm.
Exactly. That's literally what I thought too. Like, I'm
Girl,
like,
girl,
I've
he's
never
just
heard that kind of
it's
thinking before.
I just
Yeah.
he's so
That's
disgusting.
new
What
to
kind
me.
of
I've learned
thinking
something new.
about the prison stuff?
No, about me being sheltered probably. I've never heard a person of color or a man say a man is not a man because he's white or because he's not a certain color. That's just a new phrase.
Really? I've heard that
Yeah,
type of
I've heard that.
thinking
Homogenous
many
society.
times.
Yeah.
I used
I
to
live
hear
in a
that
very
type of
homogenous place. So
I
yeah.
see. I used to hear that type of thinking when I lived in Florida, but it wasn't by it was by color because it seems some people feel as if if they have more melanin, they're magically better fighters than people with less melanin. You will laugh,
That they're
Andrea,
better.
but you know
That they're
it's
better
true.
It's the
survivors.
truth. It is. They think
Yeah.
that melanin allows them to leap buildings, and that's why you're such a
Yeah.
good athlete. That's why you're so
Mhm.
good at this sport, is because you have melanin. It's like,
And
okay.
I've also heard it
Yeah.
because I used to live in Broward County, right? And next to Broward County in southern Florida, there is Dade County. So I used to always hear, "Oh, you from Broward County? You can't fight. You from Broward County." I'm like, what does
Right.
me living in one county have to do with how well I can
Yeah.
fight? But I would constantly hear the same thing. It's like, yo, don't fuck with me. I'm from Dade County.
It's like
You from
Sparta.
Broward County. Yeah.
This is Dade County.
Stereotypes, I guess. Yeah, stereotypes.
Exactly. I mean,
Mm.
there's so many stereotypes out there that but the Florida man stereotype has to be the most accurate one, so we're not going to sleep on that one.
Yeah,
But
so am I a Florida man because I was in Florida?
by way of Jamaica, so maybe
Yeah, wrangling
maybe
them
maybe you're
gators.
Florida man.
Time for me to wrangle them gators.
Well, all I can say is that since you like to talk so much, Nada, I encourage you to further this discussion once you go back to jail. I think there's a few gentlemen who would like to converse with you on that subject matter in a very intellectual way.
I hope he does.
Yes.
I hope he runs into those
Spread the
white
word.
those white men that he said are not men.
Exactly, bro. Yes, because when I heard that, I don't think I heard it from his mouth. I think I heard it from, like, Monty quoted it. I think someone. I was like, you clearly haven't encountered a racist white person, because I promise you, no.
Well, an angry racist white man in
Yes.
jail.
Oh my God. Yes.
He's encountered a racist white person. Her name is Chantal.
Yes. And she paid him $2,000 a month.
Man,
and that still doesn't. I still don't care when she says they lied to me. They lied. So what? You were paying for him. He's not obligated to any kind of honor to you. Are you serious? You were literally trying to buy him. I would lie to you too all day long for that $2,000. Get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, all three of them were just using each other, and they still are. So
Pretty
It's
much.
not like she wasn't getting something for that $2,000.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
He was telling her everything she wanted to hear, and she would just
basically
ignore
loving her.
right what's in front of her. This woman moved in. This woman had on the negligee, the kimono, wearing her slippers around. Oh, I don't have
the
sex with her.
slippers, the
I don't have
slippers
sex with her.
killed me.
I don't have sex with her. And she just believed everything she wanted to hear. And she keeps saying how she got out of that situation. It's like, no, he dumped you. He literally moved away. And you're right back in Montreal trying to lure him back into the hotel. I hope he doesn't go so we can get arranged. Don't go,
Oh
man.
my God, wouldn't that be the best if she started raging like tomorrow and just like, we just know it's about him, but she won't say his name. Like, oh, he treated me so badly, this and that.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. That would be so funny.
Oh my God.
Monty, is it okay if we talk about the Jessica Messica stuff or no?
Sure, go ahead.
I have questions. Now, my first question for her when she actually came into the chat was, what was your standing with Nader? Were you a troll or were you actually a viewer? And her answer was she was basically a troll, but she did enjoy his content. Now, I don't know too much more beyond the conversation I've had when she was on the panel with us, but I did hear that you blocked her and I heard that you got quite like upset with her. Now, what's the context behind that? Because I want to understand it a bit more.
The
Like,
context
why did she
was,
want his dick pic, basically, is what I'm trying to find out.
I have no idea why she wanted his dick pic, but my problem was not if she was sending him pics, videos, whatever. My problem is if you say you're going to come clean and you're going to tell the truth and you want to move beyond the situation, then don't come and use my platform and start lying to people saying that you only did this or you only did that, because you're using my platform, you're using my channels to spew a lie, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're lying. And I'd rather you just say, hey, I sent him other things. I'm just not comfortable saying what they are, but I'm really just trying to move on from the situation. Or be like, okay, well, I did send him videos as well, but let's just move on. I learned a lesson and I won't do it again. I just don't want my stuff to be brought out. But if you come up and keep repeatedly saying, hey, I just sent him this, I just sent him a pic, I just sent him a pic, I just sent him a pic, then he goes on his channel and shows that you've been sending him videos, then, it puts a really bad taste in my mouth, because then you were lying to me and you're using my platform to lie to other people who are trusting what people are saying on my platform. And that is, a big thing to me. It's not what she did with her actions with Nader. Between them, it's what she did while using my platform to promote a lie. The promotion of the lie of saying you only sent him this was my problem.
Okay. Yeah. No, I figured it was something along those lines. I just sort of wanted to get some more info before I made a judgment or a thought about it, and that's what I was thinking. And ladies, do not send anybody anything of your bits. Keep your bits covered up. Don't send them to people.
Amen.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
It's not that it's classless or dirty or wrong. It's because you can't trust people. People don't always have good motives. And once it's out forever. You can't get it back. You can't take it down. And this can affect job prospects. It can affect your family. It can affect your friends. It can come up in the most embarrassing situations. Don't do it.
I did that. Some guy sent me an unsolicited picture of himself, and I sent a picture. I just went to the Google Images and sent him a picture of a pair of testicles. And he was just like, WTF. And I was like, I didn't ask for a picture of your penis. If I want to see that, I will use my words. You know? So just, I mean, they are banking on you wanting to be placating.
Reciprocal. Yeah.
Yeah. They're banking on you to do that. They don't care about you, because somebody that cares about you will say, well, first of all, you'll discuss the parameters of your relationship. So
no, anyway. I can send dick pics, and I send them pictures. They go, oh, show me your boobs. So I send them back pictures of ladies wearing 1800 corsetry and go, this is what I'm wearing. Don't you like it? Isn't it
That's
sexy?
cute.
Yeah. And I'm like, don't send me your dick. I don't want to see it. Show me a kneecap. Show me an inner thigh. Those things tingle my bells. but the dick is like the least interesting part of your body.
Yeah, make
And
it
I didn't ask
make
for
it
it.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Show me a toe.
Show me your bank account.
Yeah. No, I've got my own bank account. I don't need theirs.
No, I need to know that he's not going to be a leech.
Well, that's why you do stuff in public. And that's how you get to know a person. You can tell a lot from a person just by their conversation. Like you can tell, like if Foodie were not so inexperienced, because I firmly believe that she's only had as many partners as she can count on her hand, because she doesn't even know how silly her stories sound, right? She has no idea how silly those stories sound. So just take Doe Eye Cookie's advice. Meet everybody in public. You don't know these people's characters. If she has met somebody in a hotel room, she's stupid. Don't applaud her. Don't say, "Oh, you're getting your life, girl." She's being stupid.
And more so because of the subject matter that we've been talking about, especially with the domestic violence, her claims against Nader about her own SA with him. We're still sitting on the fence with that one. And then the whole May situation, it's literally a very similar situation. Hotel room, a man with expectations.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It's like a mirror. It's like a setup. I know. And if she said, "Oh, you can always disappoint him," some men don't want to be disappointed. He could easily overpower you physically or medically or however he wanted to. She's not in control of that situation when she's in that room. And she's an idiot if it's a true situation and she's talking it up and hyping it up as this romantic encounter. She is doing a disservice to her chat and her audience. And I hope there are no teenage girls or teenage boys in that chat following her along and listening to what she says, because she's a fucking fool.
She is a fucking fool.
Sorry.
She is a fucking fool. That's accurate.
Hey guys, can I come on for just a little bit and discuss something?
Sure.
Hi everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So the thing I wanted to discuss with you guys was, did anybody, okay, so let's go along with this story that Nader and Dee Dee do this for some type of pleasure or it's not real. Okay, let's go along with that so-called story, the hitting and all that. However, I don't know how many of you watched the thing, and I watched both videos. In that video, I don't care how good of an actor you are or an actress you are, there's no way on God's earth that Nader could have had that look on his face as an action. He literally turned into something else. He was, at that point, he was possessed. That was not normal. Those eyes were not normal. That look, nothing about that was normal. He literally turned into something else. And in some parts, if you really paid attention, you could see that his jaw and if you go back and even look, go watch his jawline and up the side of his face, he literally almost starts shape shifting. And I'm not just saying this to sound crazy. I promise you guys this. There's something seriously wrong with these people.
I think he was grinding his teeth so hard. I watched. I mean, I think we all saw the one where he was just staring at her, and his eyes were just like black.
Yeah,
he was just
black.
He was just grinding. I think he was chewing his teeth. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
grinding.
You have to consider the fact that he was also under the influence of some kind of narcotic.
Oh, he's cracked out for sure. Whatever, it was cracked out.
It was scary. I'm just saying they were not acting some scene out.
Oh no, I don't think so at all. I don't believe that for 2 seconds.
I don't either. Not at all.
I don't. I do
and
not.
Then on to Chantel thinking that everybody's jealous because she can get so many guys. Does she not realize it could be a woman with 3 ears and 6 eyes and a guy will not turn her down for sex? Does she not understand that?
I mean, they do not have a lot of standards.
I mean, she thinks that just because they're willing to meet up with her, that she's some goddess now.
Can we point out the fact that she goes on Tinder to look for dates, and everyone knows that Tinder is basically a hookup thing. It's not really men that are looking for serious stuff. So
Right.
of course anyone's gonna be like, sure, I'll stick it in that. I'm kind of desperate at the moment.
Exactly.
Now, I'm a stats girl. I keep bringing up stats. Now, I hear from a lot of people who date from Tinder or just on dating sites in general, the hit rate of finding a quality, good-looking, established man is pretty darn low. There's a lot of toads and not a lot of princes. She keeps getting the princes, bam, 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 one after the other. She is a statistical anomaly, even on the dating site. Medically, dating-wise, she's just hitting potluck everywhere. What's the go?
She has the best
She's so
karma
lucky.
ever.
She's dangling the right bait, I think.
She never
Yeah, so-
says, I found an ugly
with
man.
Chantal, anything.
Yeah, it's
Quantity
always
over
handsome,
quality.
attractive model type guys.
Yeah.
Ooh la la la.
Ripped. Oh my.
Ooh la
Just-
la lee, la
And
la la.
this is her
Not in
new
the most-
obsession. Going out on dates.
But then again, Nader is her
Or-
standard for male beauty, so maybe they're not actually that good looking, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Because she swore up and down Nader was fine, and he was
Oh.
girl.
Yes.
He wasn't fine, he was fine.
Right.
Yes.
She needs to get her eyeballs checked.
She
It's the
does.
diabetes taking her eyesight.
She. Yeah. And those 2007 glasses aren't helping. Like, no.
Yeah, she needs to change her prescription. She hasn't changed those in quite some time.
And doesn't she use those to drive? Isn't she supposed to be wearing glasses to drive?
You got to
I-
get them checked
I
every
believe so.
year.
Yeah, she is. She, like I keep saying, she spends money on things that don't matter, just like her blue dress today, and she never spends money on things that do matter. She'll overspend on things that don't matter, never spends money on things that do matter, like her cats, taxes, eye care, dental care. You know, maybe getting a trainer, maybe getting somebody that could help you with your diet.
A
Maybe
nutritionist.
Yes,
Maybe
Just
exactly.
someone to walk around behind her smacking food out of her hand is what she needs.
Maybe getting a
No,
maid.
put it down. Put it down.
I can't fathom buying sunglasses when my car is not paid off. Dolce and Gabbana can wait. You have a car note. Like, pay your. I don't get it. I don't get it.
She has a vehicle that I have the same year vehicle. It's not the same vehicle, but it's a 2016. Mine is fully paid for. Fully down to no nothing. It's mine. It's mine fully.
She's gonna be
And I'm
on.
only a year older than her.
She's gonna be on a little moped riding with her sunglasses.
Her architect can help her sister out. He's gonna be there for her.
Prescription sunglasses for $300.
For the money,
so she can see better and still have her eyes protected from the glare.
for the money that she has wasted, she could have had an interior decorator come in and decorate her house, and a housekeeper come in and clean it once a week for her.
And
The
she
money
needs a
she just threw
stylist.
away. But none of that matters to her. She always talks about how she lives in such a nice place compared to other people, including Dee Dee, whose apartment is spotless. I don't care. Her big house is disgusting. And she expects people to think that because it's big, she has everything compared to anybody else that has a smaller place.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Dee Dee and Natter, but I will say this: Dee Dee's apartment is nicer than her villa.
Exactly. Exactly.
Precisely.
Yeah, it at least looks clean.
Exactly.
And then when she talks about all her money and how she has the money to get lawyers and sue people, if I was, I forgot what you call it. What kind of channels is Monty?
Reaction.
Yeah, if I was a
reaction
channel person and she wanted to come after me, I'd say, go ahead. I gave birth to my attorney, and she's the best attorney I know. So go ahead, come after me. It won't cost me a dime.
She's too lazy to fill out paperwork. She can't even make a phone call. She can't even cancel HelloFresh. How is
That's
she
true.
going to organize a solicitor?
She can't,
How is she
can
gonna? She can't organize anything. It's too much work.
The only thing that she can do is lie. She can run her mouth and lie. And that's gotten her where she is in life. And that's what she's going to stick to doing. It's just when you threaten to actually try to hurt people and harm people's well-being and their future with that. Yeah.
I agree, Rose Thorn. I agree wholeheartedly. Those cats. Oh my God. If I could take those cats away from her, I would. I would.
Oh, facts.
I
Facts,
would.
facts, facts.
Those
I want
cats do not
Sam.
deserve
I'm
that.
dibbing Sam. Sam's mine. I'm taking Sam.
Exactly. I'm taking BBJ then.
Yes. Sam
BBJ is
so
the cutest.
playful and cute and mischievous, and his little pink nose and his little fluffy face.
I
He is
know.
so adorable.
And
And she's got such a
BBJ
great personality, and she never freaking plays with them ever.
and
Ever.
BBJ loves her so much. That cat loves that lady. I've
It-
never
Oh,
seen a cat
they're
love
so
somebody
cute.
like her.
Send them
Oh, it
my
makes
way.
me
My
sad.
kids would love to love on them and play with them.
Oh,
See, and you know what frustrates me? Okay, so this morning after was it during watching Monty? I don't know. It was this morning. And it was what was the part? I think she was complaining about oh my God, the carrier is too small or something like that, or and I was just like, Miss Girl, then go out and get another one that's bigger.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Or have someone deliver it to you. You have food delivered to you all the time. Why can't you have your pet supplies delivered to you monthly, weekly if necessary?
Because
Yes.
she's a
Not
selfish
already
piece
have
of
Yes.
one is my
trash.
question. How did
It's
she not
crazy
already
to
have
me
one?
that it's crazy to me that she doesn't have a functional carrier for both those cats, and not in material. It has to be in something that she could wash down because both her cats are nervous and they have diarrhea in it.
A wash. You
You
said
think she
wash
washed?
down.
You think she washed it? No, she just threw it out.
I find that hilarious that you think she's gonna wash anything. She doesn't even wash her
Exactly.
clothes. She doesn't even
So
wash her body.
Right.
I just don't understand.
I would love
But
to.
how has she been getting the cats to the vet previously?
They
Like,
don't
has she
go
just
to the
been
vet.
carrying them in the car?
They don't go.
But
If
we
She
people-
hardly
baby
takes
Jay
them.
a little while ago.
What
If
she was
Yeah,
doing
she
was,
took her in her carrier, but
Yeah.
she had an accident in it.
yeah.
He-
So I think that carrier was. Oh, that's why she has a new
And that
carrier
carrier is
because
nowhere to be seen.
yeah,
She
because
doesn't
that
clean-
carrier had an
She threw it
accident
out.
and she didn't clean it. Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah.
happened. The other time she was having Pete hold the cat and bring them
Oh
to
my
the
God.
vet. That's what she was doing.
Wow.
That
I would love to
I
spend.
don't know.
I would love to spend just 15 minutes with a brush and just brushing BBJ.
same.
Oh my
I would
God.
put
Oh
her
my
forever.
God. I bet you BBJ would love that.
Yes.
She is a majestic creature and she needs to be treated like a queen, that cat.
Yes.
Mhm.
I agree with
It
you.
frustrates me.
I agree with you.
She'd have on a
No.
little diamond collar,
Yes.
brushed all pretty.
Yes.
Sam deserves clothes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be this person. He
I could
deserves
see.
a
Oh my
hoodie.
God.
He deserves
A
a
tie
little
on
plaid
him
shirt.
would be
Heck,
so
a
sharp.
freaking bow tie on that
She could
little
just do
boy
cat
would be
content.
amazing.
If she dressed those cats up, she could just do cat content and we would eat
Oh
that
my
up.
God.
Like
Yeah.
that would be the only thing I could applaud that she would
She
do.
could have
She would
shorts with
get
just those cats.
many
Yes.
views if she just played with her cats and focused on her cats. People are
Exactly.
obsessed with her cats and her cat care.
She could have
has
merch with her cats.
no foresight when it comes to her content whatsoever. She's
Oh
got
my God.
so much potential to do stuff, and she just wants to sit and talk and eat.
She
and
could have
eat.
had merch for years now. Beauty Bites, everybody knows that. Everybody, all of her subscribers
she
want
wasn't-
That could
that.
have been a lip gloss or a lipstick range. Beauty
Yeah.
Bite lipstick. And make
If she
it
wasn't
flavored
such-
or something. Like,
No, I'm gonna tell you from a creator standpoint. If she wasn't such trash, she would probably have collaborations with other YouTubers who have integrity. She would probably have sponsorships from other companies who would be willing to sponsor her, but they do
Oh, yeah.
review your content, and if they see They see what she's doing now. No one's going to sponsor her. She could have a very nice professional merch line done for her that she doesn't even have to manage, because there's companies now that manage it all for you and only take a small percentage. She could have done so much, but she chooses to sit here and be disgusting and come after reaction channels who are working. Look, Foodie, your work, you're not easy to review. You're not easy to react to, okay? Don't get that twisted. You're not an easy, like no one who reviews you or reacts to you is actually sitting there and being like, this is the easiest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to be known as somebody that's good. She said that multiple times. I want to be me. I want to be gross. I want to be different. I mean, she does not want to be something that most people would want to watch. She wants to be something that's disgusting and
I'm
different.
a bad girl.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be boring. That's what she
Right.
always says. She doesn't want to be boring.
You
And she
can be
wants to
fun
learn
without
from her.
being a terrible person.
And she wants to experience her own mistakes. It's like saying that we don't need to learn anything from other people's experiences. You know, like older people in her chats or whatever are trying to explain to her, okay, this is good, this is bad, or whatever. She's like, well, I have to experience it myself. It's my life. Like, oh my God, you are insufferable. You can't learn.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine her as your daughter as a teenager?
Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I understand why her mother gave up.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you guys remember what was it? Apparently she faked Uwe side.
Yeah.
Oh
She's
my
talked
God.
about that before.
She was one of those girls.
Wow.
Oh no. No, ma'am.
She faked what?
She faked
Unaliving herself.
Yes, unaliving herself.
Oh, okay.
I can't say the actual word. I don't
I
want to get
know.
Monty in trouble. Yeah. Oh my God.
Now,
When
I
heard-
can't criticize that as a teenager because she's not fully developed, and we know she's got mental health problems, and it probably was a cry for help, and it's like the worst way about going. But as an adult, what she said the other day to manipulate her audience, I found really offensive and gross and disgusting. But I can't comment on what she did as a teenager because she's not fully developed yet. And yeah, I look at that in a very different kind of way. Not that I've ever done it myself, but I can't get on board with a teenager doing it, and especially one with mental health issues, because there's a whole lot more that goes into that. But that's just my perspective, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's just the angle I'm coming at from it. Yeah.
Oh no, I understand you. Yes, I understand.
I'm just saying I would not want to be her mother. That's all.
Oh, no, God, no.
Yes, same. I wouldn't last a day.
Oh, Julie would have ended her as my mother. Psychological warfare. There is no chance that Chantal would have survived in my mother's house. Oh Lord, no. My mother was a smacker, and she was very creative with punishments as well. Was Julie, such as you will wash a dish and reorganize the Tupperware cupboard. That is your punishment. Groundings. The longest I ever got was 11 weeks. 11 weeks. I had to stay at home, no phone, no nothing. Wow. Every single day was done. She was follow through queen. I fear her to this day.
Chantal would not have survived. Not have survived the flying chancleta in my house. It would have.
Me too.
She would have never survived that.
The slippers across the room.
I mean,
white people get hit with wooden spoons.
I was a very strange teenager. I never wanted to do anything to see hurt in my mom's eyes. I just never wanted to hurt her. And so I tried to never do anything wrong to make her sad. And my daughter's the exact same way. She would never do anything that she thought would make me sad. And I don't know why. I mean, when I was little, I knew that if I did something wrong, I was going to get a spanking. As you get after a couple of them, you never get them again because you don't want them. So I never really had that kind of punishment done. But I never wanted to hurt my mom. I never wanted to see sadness on her face. So I couldn't have done anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was like that. I don't know.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's 9 kids. Maybe it's because my mom just had a way, but every one of us thought we were her favorite.
See, this is the thing. You probably had a just and fair parent where you could rely on them. Like your action had consequence. They didn't just like make up the rules as they went along.
Right.
It was easy. Like she was predictable.
Right.
I think it's very different when you live in a household where one of the parents is very unpredictable, and no matter what you did, you were going to get in trouble, whether you did the right thing or the wrong thing. There's a very different dynamic. If you've got a good, fair parent, you can live that way and you get parented that way. And then there's the flip side of that where you're an anxious person because you just don't know what behavior is going to get it that day.
Right.
And I know people in the chat are saying hitting is never okay, and I understand that. These are different times, folks, okay? Growing up, even I got a good old spanking, chancla, you name it, okay? Nowadays, we've learned better ways to handle things, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't put my hands on my children, but they listen because they know to listen because you're going to get privileges taken away, okay?
Wi-Fi is the best currency in the world.
But I don't judge anyone because you parent how you parent, right? You parent how you parent, and as long as your children are thriving and happy and they're, here's the problem, right? Chantal was a baby, in my opinion, that never got told no. And now she's an adult who doesn't accept the word no.
She was a bratty child. She's a bratty adult.
Exactly.
Let me tell y'all something. It took 2 spankings and I never went down that road. I never went. I didn't want that experience again. And but I always knew why I was getting spanked, and I always knew what my infraction was. And I'll tell you the truth. My parents didn't have to continue to spank me. Like I learned from my parents, like that they loved me, and it was just what they were taught to do. But they didn't want to do it. My dad would have to. He would shed a little tear because we were all his little girls, and he was like, I don't want to do this. But
I know, exactly.
That's how he was taught. He was raised on a farm. They didn't have the classes and all of this stuff. But I mean, now we have learned better ways. But I have students, and I'm like, what you need? I know what you need, but I can't do that.
But there's better ways.
Don't get me wrong.
There's better ways if you stick with them. You can't say, well, you're going to lose your phone for a week and give it back to them after 24 hours. I mean, that's the problem.
Because they give you puppy eyes and cry.
Right.
Like, tough.
I don't think Chantel ever suffered a consequence. Like, even losing her channel, she got it back because she never has to suffer a real consequence. She always gets her way.
Oh, but don't worry. I feel, I can feel it. Let's just say that. Like Monty said, after like the first time, but the second time, you're gone for good.
We just have to wait for her to mess it up. She'll mess it up all on her own.
Exactly.
She'll do something dumb and it'll get taken down and it'll somehow be our fault, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, she'll be back to begging, you guys, let me have my channel back. I promise I'll be good. I'll be nice. Everyone can react to me. I don't have an issue with it. Yeah, Chantal.
Guys, this is it. Twitch is for me. I was meant to be on Twitch. Twitch is the platform I was always meant to be on. I wasted all that time on YouTube. That's what she'll be like. Yeah. That was just a lead up to my Twitch career.
Yeah, she would do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Remember when she was just so excited about the sleep streams and the girl, she was going to be a gamer, right? She was going to be a Twitch gamer.
Right.
That was just the funniest impression. I was like, what is she talking about? But then I got it because you did the head thing. She's when she lies, her head is very animated. Have you guys noticed that? She does the hand and the head thing.
Yes, I hate
Like,
it so much. I
it's
hate
like, girl, stop
it.
lying. We can tell. She has all these tells, you know. She
Mm.
has all these tells that are. It just makes it so obvious that she's
I
lying.
figured out what her hands remind me of the other day. It's been plaguing me and plaguing me and plaguing me. You know the Michelin Man, like the white guy?
Yeah.
When he puts his hands up, that's what they
Oh my God, the Michelin Man with nails.
Am I wrong?
Oh my God.
Come on.
You crack me up. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well,
Oh no! Oh no!
if he had a pointy hat on.
Stop. Oh my God.
Just an observation. Just an
Jesus
observation.
Christ.
And her nails. Oh my God, what? What is
Those are the
that?
ugliest
What do you
nails I've
mean?
ever seen.
They are stunning. They are perfection.
Those are, oh,
And what did she say about the abalone being something sexual, being of a JJ or something,
She
and
said
that's why she
it
wanted
looks.
it on her finger? And I'm just
Oh
like, ugh,
God!
like what?
Okay.
Who
We all
talks
know
like this?
Chantal has a fishy vag, right? We all know this. All women know you are what you eat. Stay away from the shellfish, Chantal. Stay away. You do not need any more fishiness down there. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
We are what we eat.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, and I just feel like it doesn't matter at this point. Like her body's kaput, and because once you get the heart disease, it's
Oh
you
my
know
God.
the
And
and she was hurting. She was hurting
right after coming
last
out of the
night.
hospital, is she not smoking now? Like smoking cigarettes?
No, I
She
don't. I
was
think that's
puff.
pop.
Oh, she was okay. Yeah. But like, what? Like you
yeah
already know that your lungs are
smoking.
bad, but like not that she inhales anyways.
Exactly.
But oh, oh my God.
I never understood it because I have asthma, and I could never imagine smoking.
Mm.
She has asthma, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she does. And
that's
she
what
has
I'm
to use
saying.
like a kid inhaler.
Yeah.
Does she have asthma though, or is she just really, 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 really unfit?
Well,
Both. I think it's both.
yeah, but I mean, she uses an inhaler just for being out of breath from moving, and that's not asthma. That's being overweight. I have asthma, and I wake up in the middle of the night coughing. I can't quit coughing. It's nothing to do with if I'm moving or
Oh,
not.
okay.
She gets out of
Cardio is
breath.
different though, right? Because there are men that play like gridiron and stuff, and they're like 300+ pounds, and they have cardio health. They have fitness. They've got stamina. So it's not like she can't get some sort of fitness being overweight.
I know. I think it was Monty that says she has a pool at her apartment, and
I was
I
just about to say that.
I
go like
so
every
in
day
shock.
and work out 2 hours in the water because it hurts to work out of the water. But I go to our pool every day, and it's fun. I don't understand why she doesn't do that.
I
I
can't
would be
believe she hasn't lost any weight ever since she moved into that villa because she has a pool and an exercise room in her complex.
Yeah, I don't
But she
get
would
it.
have to walk to them to get
What
to
is she doing? Oh
Sitting
my
on her
God.
butt and eating and
every
pretending she has men.
Exactly. Precisely.
You know, go there with Pete. It would be good for him to just get
Oh,
out of his room.
exactly.
Stop playing
Mhm.
Mass Effect all the time. My God, like just I don't know.
Just
play
being
as
in the
many
water.
games or as
Just,
much games as you want, but balance it out with some good stuff for yourself as well. Like
Exactly.
you can't just do the one thing. You should be balancing it out with other things. That's a healthy, balanced life. If it's
but
only
just being in
good
the
things,
water, your weight is gone. When you're in water, you can do anything that you can do as a thin person. I can exercise, run, I pay for it later. And I'm not big like her, but I'm just talking about even being overweight. I can do anything in the water that doesn't hurt. I can move, I can exercise, I can run, I can do everything. And she could too because her weight disappears in the water.
Oh, and
Yeah,
actually, you're
I went
working
to the
out
doctor.
harder in the water. You're
You go.
burning more calories.
Yes,
There's
you burn more
this,
calories.
and
Yeah.
I do water aerobics twice a week. I pay for it. If I had a pool at my access, I would be in that pool every single day working out. Chantal, what is wrong?
Exactly.
And she
Exactly.
would
Yeah.
I
smell
do.
better just by dipping into the
Oh,
pool.
and it would actually help her with her blood pressure, you guys, because that kind of exercise, low impact exercise, not only is it good for you physically, but the water itself is such a relaxing,
It is.
cleansing
It is.
energy, you know?
She needs to just go to her pool every day and she would feel so good. I mean, I don't get it. I just don't understand it.
You give me a pool, I'll be in there every day. I don't understand
Oh,
how you can't be in a pool every day.
same.
Well, I had to go to the doctor yesterday before I left stream. I was off to a doctor because I've got some bursitis in my hip. I started running again, and it looks like I'm going to have to quit the running, and I'm going to have to switch to something else. So I'll be swapping over to swimming because it's low impact, and I can do that with my
Right.
hips. And my hips
Right.
are ruined because I was overweight for so long. So
Right.
my skeletal structure is different from when I was younger and able to run well.
Exactly.
I've ruined my hips
Right.
being overweight. So now I'm restricted to being in the not restricted, but the pool and walking is about as all I'm going to be able to do as far as cardio goes. And that's
Yeah, me
disappointing
too.
because I really
Me
love
too.
running, and I have to give that up now because I hurt my body.
You can
Oh,
run,
And that's
yeah.
my fault.
Same.
I've done that
Well-
to myself. I've taken that away from me.
running.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I had a stroke. It only affected my right leg, and it just felt like I was walking with my foot in a bucket of cement. So I would have to lift that foot was heavier. I didn't understand why, but anyway, it ended up I had a stroke. And when they put me in rehab to start getting strong again, they put me in a pool, a regular it's like as deep as the pool up to my chin, and I was on a treadmill walking in the water. And that was the
Great.
coolest thing ever. And that's why I love the water now because it just it's an amazing therapy.
That's awesome, Marcy.
And even with
Well,
your mind,
congratulations to you for working so hard and getting yourself back to relatively a good place.
right, right. And you wouldn't even know it now if you've seen me. The only thing I do notice now when I go to get out of the pool, I cannot go out with my right leg first. It's not strong enough to lift my body, and I didn't realize it was still like that. But other than that, you would never know it. I walk normal and everything.
Oh, good. And I've
But I
even had
love
some
the
really down days where it was like, oh, this is so hard and I don't want to do this anymore and it sucks and it hurts. But
Right.
you keep going back because it's worth it, right?
Right, exactly.
Persistence, resilience.
The alternative,
Right.
I don't want to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I don't want to be bed bound, and that's where she's headed. She's in chest pain all the time. She's not in good shape right now at all.
No.
No, she is not. And personally, I've always been a big girl. I'm 5'3", and the heaviest I've been is 250. And it totally, oh my God, it has put a strain on my body. And if I could alert any young person with weight issues, please, please solve it before your 30s.
Exactly.
Please.
That's what I tell
Because you
people
will
all the
pay for it. Okay.
You will
Like
pay
I
for
am, I started getting ulcers in my foot.
Oh
And I still,
no.
to this day, I still have an ulcer in my foot. I've had it for 4 years now. Every day I have to change the bandages, do all that. So I can't
Oh
even
my
go
God.
into a pool. I
Oh,
can't go
that's
into a
Bless
pool because
you.
of the bacteria and everything.
right, right.
I can't walk right. I can't run. I can't. So I had to get the gastric sleeve, and because I'm diabetic, it wouldn't work. I lost like maybe 25 pounds. And then I got the full bariatric surgery, the bypass. And since then, I've dropped 60 pounds. And I feel
Wow.
so much lighter. And I'm still, I have 40 more pounds to go. And then skin removal surgery, here I come.
Good
Oh,
for
that's
Wow,
so
congratulations.
cool.
Bravo.
That
Bravo.
is.
Awesome.
But you know
And
what
that,
I'm hearing? I'm listening to you guys and I'm just listening like these people took control of their life. And even though you're getting a curveball, you still go to the pool every day. Like, you are encouraging other people to make other changes. It's like, hey, if I can't run, I'm gonna swim. And it sounds like to
exactly.
me you're trying to hold on to your quality of life. Like you don't want to be in a bed and you
Mhm.
don't want to do things that reduce the way you can live. And it's just you look at somebody like Chantal who fell into her YouTube success and spends it doing what she does. It's like it's really just it boggles the mind. I don't know
Like
why
she
it
doesn't
boggles.
know how lucky she is to have that
No
opportunity,
idea.
and she's squandering it,
And
you
she's so
know?
young, she could get it in shape again. And oh,
And
I just
The
before
blood
anyone tries
pressure
to,
alone she could control because I genetically have always like my family everyone has high blood pressure. But recently for me in January before I got COVID, I got taken off medication because my blood pressure went back to normal. And all I did was cut down sodium, remove any fried foods from my diet and control how much sugar I intake. And COVID kind of messed with that a little bit, so I had to go back on a little low dosage of metoprolol. But now I don't even have to take it because it's been normal. Like, it's something you can control. It's something you could potentially fix if you take the necessary steps, Chantal. But
and
you
you
eat
really
paneer every night.
and before anyone tries to twist this into like saying that you have to be skinny to be healthy, you have to be a certain weight to be healthy, we're not talking about having to slim down to be a beauty standard. We are talking about controlling and monitoring your health so you could be at an optimum health wise for longevity, for your daily life, for your daily function. You can be 50 pounds overweight, but you can still be healthier than you are at 300 pounds. Or if you're an
Oh, yeah.
unhealthy 120 pounder, you may be a little bit healthier and physically fit at 160 pounds. It's about being healthier and optimal. It's not about being skinny or small. So do not try to twist what we are saying into being sized shamers, because that is not what we are talking about.
no,
Just
I am
before anyone
overweight.
No, my weight loss
I'm
has nothing
overweight.
to do with that,
It's about
with
health.
wanting to be skinny. It's about
Right,
being healthy and being
right.
mobile,
I'm
moving
overweight.
freely,
Yes.
not being limited to my activities.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes,
I'm
precisely.
overweight and I have no thyroid. For some reason, mine just disappeared. It disappeared. And I went to get uh, a CT of my neck because I was going to have cervical surgery. And they put in the report that I had a thyroidectomy. And I said, no, I didn't. And so I showed the report I worked for a bunch of doctors, and I showed the report to one of the doctors, and they said it just disappeared. It's all it did. They shrivel up if they're not used. They eventually shrivel up and just disappear. And I don't have one at all anymore. So it's really hard to fight the weight and everything, but I'm still giving it all I got. I'm not going to quit.
And that's the thing though. It's like you are going to professionals, you're hearing what they're saying, and you're just like, I'm not going to waste my life. I'm not going to quit. And it's just really just it's just disheartening to see a person that made so much throw it away at a person like Natter. That
Exactly.
I'm just like, why? I don't. It just boggles the mind. Like I could see if he looked like Henry Cavill. I could see if he looked like Idris
Ooh,
Elba. I mean, oh my gosh, could
I
you
want to
imagine?
motorboat that man. I want
Right?
to
Oh,
climb him like a tree.
And if he
oh my
treated
gosh, I could
and if he treated you like
understand.
a queen,
Right?
He is the
Yes.
sweetest human being on the planet. He's so lovely. I
Oh my
love Henry
gosh.
Cavill.
Oh my gosh. He could probably treat me like garbage. I would still be. This is my man.
No,
Okay.
no,
I'm
no. He has to be lovely,
joking,
or he can just piss right
joking,
off.
joking. But he has COVID, by the way. So let's all say a prayer for Henry
Aww.
Cavill, because we
Oh.
can't lose our Geralt to Rivia. We can't. So
oh,
so So no, I'll fight you in the street for Idris Elba. I don't think so.
Michael Jai White. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, he's lovely. He is lovely. But I just, I could see it. I could understand it if he was slightly beautiful in appearance, like the man we just mentioned. If he had some kind of
Hook.
attraction,
Initial hook.
if he was charismatic,
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
But you took all of that damn money and you didn't give it to your pets. You didn't put it into your pets. You didn't put it into your YouTube business. You didn't put it into your health. You literally put it into a crackhead. And
he didn't even pretend to be nice to her.
No,
he didn't even fake being nice to her.
Exactly.
He was a dick from the start. So I don't even get it. He didn't even
Precisely.
hook her with the niceness.
Right.
He didn't feign it.
She played a parasite.
She said he's never even told her she's pretty.
Oh my gosh, he slapped her hump. He
Oh my god, that is so embarrassing.
he wiped his hand off. He looked at his hand and was like, ugh. And then he wiped off her kiss. He kissed her and then wiped it off.
Yeah, I remember that.
He took her underwear.
I remember that too.
And shot it like a slingshot. He humiliated her so terribly.
See, that's where, like, yes, I wholeheartedly agree with you, Andrea, because I've been thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, I can understand if like he was like Gerard Butler or Jason Momoa. No, he's literally he's
Groot.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Hey, Groot. No, Groot is too good for
Groot
Natter.
is cute though.
Groot is so cute.
Bro, like he's literally like what do we call him? Count Dracula, Nosferatu, Gargamel, something else. Just basically, I call him a rat.
Well, he says he can eat you. He'll rip your throat out.
Oh my god, that was
Ew.
so shocking when he said that, and I saw it. I was like, oh my god.
Yes.
He's deranged. He really is deranged. And he just kept repeating himself over and over again.
That's what I mean when I
asking
said
her
he
the
looked
same
satanic.
questions and not letting her get up. And I was just like, oh my god. What freak? And then he was telling her, okay, well, prepare my stuff.
Oh.
She's like, no, I'm not preparing your stuff. And like, even being beaten and, she still had that little fight in her. And I'm just like, you need to just, how would you say, like, just run into him and you could knock him down, Dee.
Exactly.
Seriously? You could just knock him down.
Like Monty said, once he's lived in that place for so long, you can't just tell him to leave anymore. It's considered his home. And so
it's 12 months. She needs to be careful about that.
Oh,
it's 12
I thought
months
it was
here in Montreal. Then. It's 12 months.
Oh, okay. Well, my thought was maybe she's so afraid of him and can't kick him out, but maybe in her thought is he will go to jail after his hearing, and that's how she can get rid of him. But she just has to be nice to him so he don't kill her.
I don't think she wants to get rid of him. That's just my personal opinion.
I guess I'm just hopeful, wishing.
Same.
Can I say hello to somebody in the chat one-to-one for a quick second?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Hi, Mrs. John. What's her name? Double Bunny? Mrs. Double Bunny John? I see you, baby. Bora, hey. Hi. It's a fandom thing. Don't worry about it, guys. I just had to shout her out.
Oh my god, he was Penelope. Oh no, bro. No, because okay, yeah. Oh my god,
Let me look this up.
So have they been on? Because I don't watch him because have they been on it all today or no?
They're probably hanging out at a cheap ass motel getting bed bugs and more STDs.
Okay. So
Yeah, I
Dee Dee's
think
at the hospital and they're both missing in action at the same time.
yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Exactly.
We all know what this
Gotcha,
is.
gotcha. I understand.
All right, would this be a good time to wrap things up?
Oh,
Sure.
okay. So
Now for over 2
Starlight
hours.
has a question. So we kind of addressed it. She asked, "Is no one else the least bit suspicious this was a role play script?" And Marcy, when Marcy came on earlier, Starlight, she basically said, "Do y'all think it was acting?" And
No.
I don't think it was acting, but I'll let
No.
that's her question. Is no one else the least bit suspicious this was a
Okay,
role play script? So I'll let you guys
can I
respond.
say something? Okay, let me say something. Here's the question I have. Everyone think, open your minds. Okay, open your minds. In what situation have you witnessed an abuser allow a witness to be there?
And film it.
Typically, they don't
Perhaps
want
someone who thinks
witnesses.
they've got something over that person and they would never betray them.
I think it started out as maybe they were doing things, role playing with people on Messenger, but then I think it turned ugly. And from what I've heard, there's hours and hours and hours of filming everything every day. So that could possibly happen to where it turned into a real situation quickly.
Yes, I think they were doing dirty things on Facebook Messenger, and I think maybe Natter's jealousy over Dee Dee's ex Dom and Shushu got the best of him, and that's where it just degenerated into that.
I agree. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree now. That does make sense.
And his apology at the end, I hate myself, I feel terrible, I'll pack my things and go. That's part of the manipulation of the apology.
He wanted her to feel sorry
violence
for
cycle.
him. Yep.
Okay, so there's the thing, right? Like, okay.
Guys,
so my
don't
sister
forget,
was
sorry, but don't forget Monty was trying to wrap it up. I interrupted.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I just had to say that Monty was trying to wrap it up, and I interrupted with the question. So I don't know where he is, but I feel like I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead if you have something to say. Go ahead.
I want to hear.
Yeah, Eerie Pepperoni. What did you want to say?
Oh, okay. So my sister was in a very abusive relationship for 15 years. Okay. The man almost murdered her. Okay. That's what ended up happening, that she got out of it because, well, I won't go into details. Now I will tell you this. There have been horrific methods that he tortured and abused her in that he would never, ever allow anyone to be around because you don't want to witness for that, right? So keeping that in mind, the one thing that throws me off, if you watch it, because I did watch it again with less emotion, if that makes any sense. And I said, what's really odd about this situation is that he keeps looking down at the camera. So he is fully aware that there's another person staring and taking note of everything that's going on. See, most abusers, when they're in the heat of the moment, they don't stop to look at other people to check and see if they're, you know what I mean? Does that make sense to anyone? He kept on stopping and looking at whoever was on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, you get caught up in the moment and it's just, what you're going to do to that person and your anger just taking over. So yeah, we totally get it.
Yeah. So that's the point that I was trying to make.
But every once in a while, the call would stop and then restart again. So was that him doing like worse things.
Well,
That's
even
something
without
we'll never know.
the stops and starts, there was cuts, like obvious cuts, as if somebody was saying something that they don't want out there.
Mm-hmm.
You think she was encouraging the person was encouraging him,
It's
or
possible. I hope they weren't. I hope they were really
Mm-hmm.
trying to not
just be
encourage, but like the likelihood is that they were encouraging based on
But
what else we're
explain them
hearing.
asking about calling the police, because you usually don't do that in role play, though.
Yeah,
yeah,
that is
that's
true.
true.
Oh
There's
Yeah,
wow.
she
enough
said
of a
This,
woman to
window of
woman,
doubt
that's
there
something you do
to
to call the
investigate,
police.
and
I
yeah,
don't
there's
know.
enough of a window.
I called the police on my brother-in-law too many times and I never asked for permission. I just said,
Mm.
I'm going to call right now because there were times we were on the phone and all of a sudden he would snap and I knew something was happening. Okay. There were a couple of times where she allowed me to, she purposely left the phone on so I could hear what was happening and I called the police.
But
I never asked for permission because
that's
if I see
different only
someone.
because you're in the same. They were online, and they might have been in a role play at the time that escalated into abuse.
Or it could have been a part of the role play.
I don't think her panic, like, she sounded
Yeah,
hysterical.
and it
I
sounded
just,
like he was choking her.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the topic, and there's so many people that have more knowledge. I just don't feel qualified to talk about like what happens and what doesn't happen. But I've heard people get the shit beat out of them before. I've heard women screaming and crying because their partners were abusing them. That's what it sounds like to me. And I just,
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
I'm
No,
not
there
saying
was
that the
just like,
physicalness of it wasn't true, but also you have to consider what people like Rose and other who know about the BDSM community have said. There are, sometimes it does get, but you have to, there's a limit, there's rules, there's a lot of it to it that us who don't partake in that don't know. So
Yeah.
that has to be
yeah,
taken into consideration as well. Also, the fact that none of it was shown physically on camera, which is weird. Um, I don't know if that was purposely done because it was too much to show, or if it was just simply not shown to the other person on the other side. Either way, I wouldn't say, me personally, from everything I've heard, I'm waiting to see what is the end game of Sam's Bar Lounge, number one. What is the rest remaining footage? Like what is, like, it's hard, right? Because
We
none of
got to
us were
consider the
there.
source. Got to consider the source of where this is coming from as well.
I suffer from panic disorder and I've had quite a few terrible, like, my panic attacks will make me think I'm dying and I run out of the house because I think I can't breathe, even though my husband's chasing after me saying, "You're breathing right now, babe, you're okay." But in my head, I think I'm dying. Okay. I cannot formulate coherent sentences. I cannot explain to you what's going on. All I repeat is, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. That's all nothing makes sense at the moment. So everyone's panic is different, So I'm not going to take that away from her. If that's what she said it was, then that's what it was.
Yeah.
But my point is that there's a lot of pieces, like moving parts that are missing. We don't have all the pieces. So I'm waiting for whatever the conclusion is to have, like, I guess, an educated guess or opinion on the whole thing.
I'm looking forward to the panel where all of the more of the I don't know if did that already happen, where the people that are actually in the lifestyle were going to come up and answer questions. Is that happening, Monty? Or I think it'll be really
Yeah,
educational.
I'm gonna schedule it and it's gonna happen. So I was actually gonna schedule it yesterday for the 28th, but since we're doing a blackout, I guess I'll do it for the 29th, and whoever joins.
That's going to be so interesting.
It is. I really think it's going to shed a proper light, hopefully a more proper light on the,
yes,
but I really agree with Rose Thorn,
because
because people that come on YouTube don't sign up for unless you're doing an educational video, we didn't sign up to be a part of your whacked out role play, because it really, to me, it really sounded like a woman was in danger and she was being abused. But also
Right.
what Erie said was kind of, like, you don't leave a witness for your, for your abuse, but he's also cracked out. So it's so many things going on. So I don't know, but
Well, let me say this. I think a possibility could be that they were used to the camera being on hours a day for days on end. And so I know he's looking at the camera, but when situations start to become your norm, could he have possibly just, kind of, I don't know how to say it. They were used to having the camera on though, during these times with these people. From what I hear, there is a lot of recorded footage, hours,
Mhm.
days, weeks. So just
You know
keep.
what pisses me off, Skinny? You know what pisses me off? I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but here's what pisses me off about the whole situation. Whether it's a role play situation or an actual DV situation, unless there's something that's going to be productively done about this, there's no purpose to expose all of the survivors
Right.
that have to relive their trauma. Okay, there's a lot of people out there reliving trauma that it takes, you probably don't even, it's been 8 years for my sister and she's still not fully healed. Okay,
Oh
there's
no,
there's
I know.
no
I've been
there's
through it myself, so
Mm.
I completely agree.
all of you are
I just
having
want to put
to
it into
relive
context.
trauma and it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Regardless of whether this
Absolutely agree.
situation is role play or BDSM, or if it's actual abuse, if we took it out of the picture completely and we knew nothing about this, he is still a piece of shit.
amen to
It doesn't
that.
matter if it's true or not. He is still garbage. He's still a garbage person, regardless of everything else that he's done. Negate the abuse, he's still a piece of shit
Right.
and deserves
Exactly.
to be deplatformed. He's still, it literally makes no difference to us whether it's true or not.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that 100%.
I
Yeah.
highly, and I'm sorry, Monty and Doe-Eyed and Skinny and Andrea and Lisa. I need to say this. Y'all, please do me a favor. Absolutely, please, because she's very informative. She knows all about this, okay? Go check out Rose Thorne. She knows about the BDSM community, okay? I'm not going to go into detail. I'll let her tell you herself in her channel. Go to Rose Thorne's Relaxation Ambience. She knows about this. She's been telling people for a year about the whole what BDSM is. She says it all the time in her talk all the time, and I forgot the degradation thing, humiliation, degradation, fetish, all of that stuff. She knows what being a dom is, what being a sub is. She can fill in those questions for you. And it's important in this situation to understand that when you're being exposed to this non consensual stuff that they're showing to us.
Right.
Yes, because it's very upsetting.
Well,
Okay.
it's just not, when I think about like that kind of stuff, I expected something sexy. I was like, oh, when the way it's,
But
Hollywood, but and then
that's
you hear that.
classically sexy. This is outside the realm of what we would normies would classify as what sexy and sexual
Oh,
is. This is
absolutely,
on the
because
fringes. So this may be highly enticing to someone else. To
oh
us,
my
it's
gosh.
repugnant, but to somebody else, this is their lane. This is their jam. This is what tweaks them. This is for us. It's like I don't get that because it doesn't give us the tingles.
Yeah, but the way it sounds is very upsetting. So I couldn't watch the video that came out recently. I haven't the one that I saw, I don't know where the clip is from, but the one that I saw was where he was grinding his jaw and his eyes just looked black. Was that the second one or the third one? Was that the second one that came out? where she was
He
where she
does that
was
in all of them.
Oh, well, see,
Yeah,
I don't need to see the last one then. So, I just I don't I don't I don't understand it. I don't get the kink. And I guess my final thought is I'm never gonna watch Natter without a reactor. And the videos being dropped, I suppose, um they're done with a purpose, and they have a reason for dropping them. If it was to make Natter out to be a horrible person, we didn't need these videos for that, because like Doa Cookie said, we already know he's a piece of shit for what he did to Monty, what he
Exactly.
did to Gary, the stuff he says
Right.
about his mods, the things that he's already done to people. We have enough to see like this dude is a predator and he's garbage and he does not need to be. The fact that he was talking to somebody's child, asking them those horrific questions, we already know, and we already been knew. We don't need these videos to show that. So I'm just, maybe he was doing it as an advertisement to other people that want to be in his harem. I have
Mm-hmm.
no clue, but I mean, I'm.
I ain't never seen a guy use his moderators for stuff like that. I'm sorry, like it's insanity. Listen, people, if you ever mod for a channel, this is not what normal creators do with their moderators. Just saying.
true.
I mean,
And
I've
how
never seen anything like it. This is just all craziness.
and do we believe that these videos have been given to the proper authorities? Like, what does that even mean?
Well,
Like,
the
I don't
video
believe
about
any of it.
the video when he's addressing that 12-year-old boy, I mean, I, the video where he's addressing that woman's son, Jennifer's son, asking him those questions. The fact I I shudder to think if he thought that was okay to point a camera at himself and address a child that way. I don't want to. I don't want.
No.
I don't want
Mm-mm.
to. I don't want to think about it.
I I don't know anything about like the legal system or whatever, but like during that hearing that's gonna happen on August 3rd, can somebody show up and be like, I need to speak on like I need to speak and tell you about this man type of thing? Like, can somebody do that, or is it a closed affair and they have
Well, if
planned witnesses
You
and
could probably
stuff?
watch, but you wouldn't be able to speak out and have any impact on it at all. You would have to sit quietly and just watch what's going on.
I think you would have to go in person and tell the investigator, because I think you have to
Well,
provide the
I'm two
context
hours
of.
away. It can happen.
If you provide the context of the evidence and say he was addressing a child, and I mean, this woman is in the United States, and if she's anywhere near the realm of law enforcement, the way she claims, I mean, that child does not need to be with her, because as a parent, she should be calling the police. Because nobody's going to talk to my kid like that. You're not going to address my child like that, whether my child was able to hear that video or not. Like, I'm coming for you. But what I'm
What
noticing,
rings through my when I hear that, all I hear is Dee Dee sitting there and looking into the camera going, he's a good man, Chantel. He's a good man. And I'm like, a good man talks to a 12-year-old about his mother in that fashion?
Yeah.
He's a good man, Dee Dee. Yep, absolutely. Cream of the crop.
Let's not forget that Dee Dee's trash too. Let's not forget for 1 second that Dee Dee's trash. I'm sorry, she's still trash.
she lets
She
him
may
I
around the
feel
be
bad
mother.
for her.
I've
I feel
never
bad for
forgot
her.
that.
And the cancer in me cannot not feel bad for her. I just, hearing her
okay.
cry out for her dad, that
I
was
get that.
like,
You just said cancer, and it totally made sense to me because my sister's a cancer too.
yeah.
Look, those things. You got to look at the grander picture. You got to look at the whole picture, right? The whole picture. I don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole. Dee Dee sought him out. Dee Dee knew his tendencies because Foodie had been talking about them. Foodie don't shut up about nothing. Dee Dee purposely drove out to this man. Dee Dee, even after all of this has been exposed, this would have been a great opportunity for her to take a stand. She had an entire community that would have backed her up, and that could have been her out, right? Unlike
Oh,
most DV people who aren't, public figures that have to unfortunately suffer in silence for years, even decades. She had support. She had evidence. She had sufficient evidence to do something about this man. Okay. Granted, we take into account that she's living with him. She's allegedly in love with him. Yada yada. I'm not ignoring or denying that. I know it's difficult that when you're in a living situation to be safe enough to speak on this, right? But this is a different situation, right? Because we have the whole public figure thing now. She's on YouTube. There's recordings. Everything is well thoroughly documented, which most DV survivors don't have the opportunity of having all of that documented, right? It's usually my word against his type deal. She doesn't she has that. She has access to all of that. So, in even with all that being present, even with Sam's Bar releasing all this, even with all of us saying, run away, leave him, we know what's going on, we'll back you up, yada, yada, she has still sat there night after night, denied everything, encouraged nefarious behavior. Let's not forget, she has encouraged the mental health shaming, the CSA shaming, the excuse all of his nasty behavior, racism, xenophobia, etc. Same crap that Foodie did, right? So what do you do with that? What do you do when you know all that? Yes, you can, as a human, you have sympathy, empathy. You think of, that's horrible to hear anyone saying those words. It gave me a visceral reaction as well. But then I looked at the big picture of everything. And that's why I said, I'm going to sit in the bleachers and watch how everything else plays out. Because I'm going to be pissed if I find out that this was just a game for views and subscriptions and money ultimately.
Me too. I will absolutely be furious.
But what
But
does
I
he
do
have
believe that
over
she
her?
still wants to be there. I do believe that I do believe she
OMG.
doesn't want to leave.
She's in the hotel room with the panties with the holes in the back. She has a picture
Oh
posted
Oh
on
no.
Instagram
no!
8 minutes
Oh
ago.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
no! Monty, show it. Show it.
No.
Do it. That's okay. Y'all was gonna show me tomorrow. That's fine.
She's got
Oh
me
my god.
I
blocked.
mean, she's really feeling herself. I can't knock the confidence, but
Not the holy panties. Ooh.
yeah, the ones with the holes at the back.
I actually like those panties, just not the way that she flashes them around. I think they're actually kind of sexy.
Yeah,
Just on Torrid, I saw them and I liked them.
right there. That's it right there.
Oh,
What are we looking at? I can't even.
Right, see?
Oh,
What?
I was thinking of the lace up in the back.
I thought that they were holy, as in not designed. I didn't
No,
think
like the ones with the literal holes in the back.
Aren't those supposed to go
Oh.
on your butt cheeks and
Oh
show
no.
how
yeah, your
your
booty
butt
cheeks are
cheeks
supposed to come
look?
out of the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got too much
No.
booty for that.
What?
And this is on her
The
Instagram?
booty cheeks are supposed
Yes,
to be
it's
out
on
of
our
those holes?
Instagram.
Why
She always
didn't you put
she
it on
always
God.
OnlyFans?
she
Right?
always buys stuff too
Mm.
small for her. She has to get the right size.
Because, like, not everybody wants to see that. Like, it doesn't matter what size she is. Not everybody wants to see that, Chantal. Just,
Is
yeah.
that allowed? That's allowed though, right? That's allowed on Instagram, right?
See,
Well,
this
if
is
I was
where
It
a
it
is.
skinny
becomes
person,
discriminatory, though.
that wouldn't even
They will
be.
take hers down for being plus sized and being in underwear and a bra,
Yeah.
You
but a
think
young,
so?
slim, hard body in a bikini
Yeah.
will be allowed.
Oh yeah,
They
that would be
do have
encouraged.
a discrimination against the sizes. I will say that.
Oh yeah, if you're
I think it was more fair-handed across the board. If anybody should be able to wear a bikini, regardless of size, and be allowed to
Wait.
show it in the same way, in the same
I mean,
context.
I don't care.
But that
Do what
nobody wants to
makes
see that.
you happy, right? But you're not wearing the panties the right way. The nariguitas aren't falling in place.
no, they're not. You got to let them hang out the holes.
I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't even tell it was her. I couldn't tell that she was on her side. I thought she'd put them on a pillow. I was trying to figure it out. I was like, what? And then I realized, oh, that's her bra. She's the pillow. I couldn't tell what it was.
I
want her to
what
get
side, what way was
I
up?
genuinely could not see it.
You know what, Chantal, you really need to stop being a crappy person and get some girlfriends that will help you. Because if I was your friend, I would have said, that is not sexy. That is not going to work the way you think it is. Let's go find you another option.
Yeah, she
If I
needs
was
to.
her
There are
friend, oh my
so
God.
many beautiful body poses for plus size women to show off your curves and your skin and your gloriousness. She has Googled none of them.
And I call it nalguitas because that's something just me as a Latina. I don't know if it's, I kind of, you ever seen someone who thinks they have a big butt, right? But it's not really big in the way that you would want it to be, if you know what I mean.
It goes up instead of out.
It's flat, and then this is why I call it nalguitas, because when you look at the bottom thighs, there's what used to be a butt covered by a mountain of what's not a butt. So you actually see them walking and you see the teeny tiny little butt in between the thighs, but then you see what I'm saying? Like
It's
it
like
looks
a
like a pillow.
penguin.
Her
Penguin
butt goes
butt.
up her back. Instead of going out, it goes up her back. Like it's like a
There we
wall,
go.
like travels upwards.
It's a frog
Like
butt.
it's,
That's what Okie doll.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
It's a frog butt. It
yeah.
looks like a frog butt.
Yes, yeah, and that's fine. You can wear pants to
Bigger
fluff that out,
women.
balance you out, but it's not a big old bubble butt like she thinks it is.
It's not.
She's
If she
not
could
Kim
just,
Kardashian.
she
She is
needs
not.
My
somebody to
aunt,
help her.
She's not in her car. She's
100
at the
pounds.
hotel room. I'm sure somebody's gonna
Can you
like
imagine?
check that carpet. Probably somebody's on the
Tell you,
case already.
I really wish, like, if she could just go get properly sized and go to a
Yeah.
Who are the people that help you
A
get your
proper size
undergarments?
bras and
Yeah, she
underwear.
could really take off with the
Yeah.
OnlyFans stuff, just modeling
A
lingerie
professional
and stuff.
bra fitter.
Nobody,
Professional bra fitter. Yes.
no, I think like she does have an audience. Like I mean, because I really like the OnlyFans picture that she did in the tub when she was reaching up and her back was to the camera. I really liked the way she was, doing this, the way she did that picture. Not so much the other ones, but I did like that picture. And I can see so much potential even from this picture because she does have a way of, working those pictures. She takes good pictures. You know what I mean? So
it's not that she can't be attractive. It's she's so lackadaisical in her effort and her research and using her resources in the right way to create good product. Every woman has the basis to look the way she wants to and emit sexiness and her goddess inside. You just need to frame yourself in the right context. She does not do that. And she has the resources to be making so much money using what she's already doing. She's misfiring. She's doing it the wrong way.
You got to know what your angles are. You got to know what flatters your figure. You got to know like what poses work for you. And she just doesn't because she lives in a world where she looks like her filters.
Well, I thought it was gonna be the holy panties that are just worn down. I didn't know like they were
like
the
granny
designer
panties.
Yeah, I was like, no, she didn't wear those panties on Instagram, but they were just
But
I'm gonna let
you
you
laugh
guys
about
in on a
granny
little
panties, but
secret.
granny panties can be sexy if worn correctly. Like
There
black
is a
granny
market
panties,
for old,
just
grundy, holy, stanky, stained underwear.
Oh.
There is a market for them.
Sniffer.
There is a market for them. I'm telling you.
Oh.
Well,
it is a preferred product.
Here's the thing, though. Like you guys are talking about bikinis, right? And I did want to say something.
Yeah.
There's a difference between, because I know what you're saying about like on sites, people will pose in a bikini or whatever, and they might be biased. But here's the thing. Like, I'll definitely be like, oh, okay, if she's at the beach wearing a bikini, being like, I'm gonna live my life, girl. I'd be like, all right, but the thing is, she's not posting that. She's posting in ugly panties and ill-fitting. Like, she looks ratchet, okay? And you can take the girl out of the trap, but you can't take the trap out of the girl. She's ratchet. That's what she is. She chooses to be ratchet. She grew up in a okay neighborhood, grew up fine, grew up with means. She wants to be trash. So she looked disgustingly dirty. Like that room, I don't know, like there was something under in her armpit or something. Like
what? Wait a minute, what? You saw all of that?
It
I
could
didn't
have been
see.
a
I
crime
just.
scene photo for the context it was in. It could have been like a CSI photo. That's how
Wait a
it looked
minute.
to me.
Wait, I'm so confused. What did you see in the picture? I didn't see. I was just looking at her underwear, which they look clean.
It's
What happened?
distracting because your eyes go to the darkest thing on her, which is the black panties. But if you see her arm is slightly raised, you can see in her armpit, it looks like dark, like more than just like if there's a little hair there. It looked like lint to me.
Oh
Mm.
no! Oh no!
I think
Are you
so.
sure that's
A
not because
small animal,
sometimes
perhaps.
I don't know. Maybe
Monty,
I'm.
put
Oh,
the
it might
picture.
be it might just be the
Those
shadow.
are diabetes armpits.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
No,
discoloration.
Oh,
It's
just
Yeah.
it'll just be
discoloration.
chafe marks. It'll just be
Oh,
from
okay.
chafing.
My
It could,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
it's either chafing or it could be diabetes.
Can you zoom in on the armpit,
Okay.
please?
She
It
needs a
could be
bigger
from the
band
friction.
size.
okay. The
The
only
friction
reason.
will turn your skin like a slightly darker, like when it's constantly like moving and rubbing
Okay.
against each other.
See, it
There-
takes a
It's
village,
traumatized
guys. I
skin. That's what
needed
it
a
is. It's skin
second look.
trauma. Yeah.
Thank
It's
you for the
Oh, okay.
educational diabetes
Mm.
arm.
Mm.
kind of looks
Yeah.
scary.
Sorry.
Yeah, that
Okay.
looks like insulin resistance to me, but
Oh
it could be
no.
anybody's bed. But
With
yeah, it looks like stuff
We're
you would get
staring
on
at
your
Chantal's
armpits
armpit.
or the back of your like neck for the diabetes, insulin resistance.
The bra.
That
Yeah.
is rather
I've had
dark, Monty.
diabetes for almost 20 years. It's called exfoliation. Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry, but no, there's no excuse for that.
It
Could it
looks
be
painful. It looks painful, and the bra looks painful, and
She
she
needs a
can't even
bigger
wear
size.
matching set. Yeah, she's cutting off the circulation there.
Oh my god.
She
That
needs
is
a bigger
bigger
not.
band
band,
size.
smaller cups.
Yes, there
Yes.
you
Bigger
go.
band,
Thank
smaller
you.
cups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chantal,
Yeah.
Chantal, if you're listening to me, there's a bra store that is called Change. It's in Montreal. I don't know if it's in other uh, provinces, but if you're here in Montreal, go to Change. They will properly fit you, and their cup sizes go all the way to G's and H's. And
She doesn't need
yeah,
those cup sizes. She's a C at best.
but
She just needs a bigger bra.
okay,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
the band
I
size,
agree.
you will also
Circumference.
find the correct band size because
Yeah.
Yeah.
they serve plus size.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
change. It's called Change.
And I'm gonna pray for
How
those
does she
workers because
breathe?
they're gonna have a hard day. But
How does she breathe? Because y'all ever worn like a bra that was a little too tight? That crap hurts. Like it hurts and
Mhm.
makes your back hurt, makes your rib hurt. You feel like you
Mhm.
can't take a proper breath. I don't know. Like, is it worth it?
and that
Well,
has
if you
underwire as well, which digs in as well when it doesn't fit properly. I can't imagine.
She might have to have them custom made, honestly.
It'd be
No,
worth
the
you
it,
more
don't
right?
have to get cups custom made. The size
can we
would be
take a
easy enough to
poll?
find. It's the larger cup sizes that are hard.
Do
And
you
she
okay?
wouldn't be needing
True.
anything bigger than a D. No.
Is she with
What?
Natter? I think she is.
Yes.
Who do you think set up his OnlyFans? Because it's either her or a mod of his. Because there's no way he can figure
Chantal.
that out himself. And I
Chantal
think,
did.
yeah. Is that you, Andrea? I think it's
That
you, right?
yes.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello. But yeah, I agree. I think it was her. Just my theory.
And
I
you
don't
think she's
know.
with him now? You
Yes,
think she's with him now? Yeah.
I do.
I do
Oh.
too. I do too.
I choose not to think about his OnlyFans because
I do.
Oh yeah, I don't
who-
want to think about it, but I do like to think of the business side, and she is running his socials and they are connected to her. His channels are connected to her. Like it's all in her pyramid. Like that's it, in my opinion. Like I think that's a big reason why he's always going to see her. There will always be that connection because she's always bringing him the money. With YouTube, you can have direct deposit. There would be no need for her to be bringing him the money unless it's
Oh yeah.
connected. And he got monetized so fast that it's like it doesn't really add up. Even
agree.
Pete said that his channel was under hers. I don't know if any of you saw that clip.
I did see that clip, but I think he's not up to date with what is going on now. I think it was under her
Mhm.
AdSense, but it's been taken off ever since he got his PIN and
Yeah.
his mail from Google.
Oh,
Mhm.
the Google. Oh yeah, yeah. They send that thing. I'm waiting for mine
Mhm.
actually. Okay, so you think he got
Takes
it
about a month.
separated then?
Yeah, because then his channel would have been yanked when hers was yanked because they
Yeah.
do it by
Oh yeah, we did
AdSense.
talk about that back then.
We
Even I
did.
remember now. I even
Mhm.
asked you. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
What do you think of his side channel? Do you think that's linked to his main then?
Yeah, I would think so. That would be logical.
Yeah. So Dee Dee's channel, do you think that's linked to his? Probably.
I would say no, but it's
Mm.
anybody's guess. She probably maybe is under her name. Who knows?
Mm. Oh
Because
yeah.
then what would be the logic to make all of them under the same AdSense? So when his stuff gets deleted, her channel's gonna get deleted
True.
as well.
Oh, that's true. Because they might want to fail safe, so they might have
Yes.
kept
I
that.
think
So
that's the
Yeah. Okay.
backup for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
the fail safe
Okay.
is that it's under Dee Dee's social security number. Well, we call it a social insurance number here, but it's the same
Okay.
thing.
Do you
Mhm.
think
All
they're
right.
worried about that?
Huh?
Do you think they're like kind of a little bit because they're
Yes,
playing
of
like they're
course.
not worried, but do you think that's
They're
partly
super
why?
worried.
Yeah.
But we maybe should wrap this up. It's been going on over 2.5 hours. We'll end the vote because it's pretty consistent. About over 9/10 of everybody think that Foodie Beauty is with Nader right now. So there you go. Everyone's pretty much in agreement.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everybody, for this panel. I really appreciate you. I guess I will
Thank
see
you,
you.
ladies and Monty. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess I'll see everybody tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some Saji. Maybe we'll do somebody else.
Yay.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
some
Who's
Pink
Saji?
Fairy. I don't
Saji.
know.
And
Ooh, Pink Fairy. You
Pink
think you're gonna
Fairy?
dip into her? I will totally watch.
Sure. Or maybe we could do some, I don't know, some Cyrax. No, people
Oh
really don't
my
know
god.
I
Cyrax.
want to see the cats. Mate, bring the
Yes,
babies. Bring
the
the babies.
cats,
It's a
for
perfect
sure.
opportunity. Perfect opportunity to show them off.
Yeah.
If you do Cyrax, you might want to preview what you're gonna watch because it can get
Yeah. It can get dicey over there with the whole
yeah.
Cyrax.
It's a lot.
Exactly. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, and take care.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.